Hello, hello, and welcome back to Hero Infinite, this time with a brand new player! Everybody say hello to Wilhelm.
Where? Oh!
Yee. Yeah. So we got...
Hi. Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
We got a whole new fucking player in Yee. We got a new player before we have even been able to introduce the final player that was initially planned to be in setting.
That's right, that's how good I am.
I'm good at episode intros.
Yeah, I could tell. There's some like high quality episodes.
It's sweltering in my room.
Bro, you can't help but be a little nervous.
You know, a little bit nervous around you.
Nervous.
You make me a little weak in the knees, you know?
And that's the only thing I can make you weak. Hold on a second. There's a baseball bat coming to the back of your skull in just a moment.
Alright, words. So, you know, I'm realizing this is another one of those cases where I thought out the entire start of the session, but not the actual intro.
I think you just go for it.
Yeah, so like... Oh, no, yeah, okay, I remember what I had planned. So, opening scenes, is, you know, we open up on the starry void of space, the camera slowly panning through, and like it passes through the rings of Saturn, and we see something in the distance come flying by, has what appears to be some sort of satellite or unusual robot like machine flying through space, collides with one of its one of the meteorites in Saturn's rings and goes spinning off course. Little pieces of it getting shot off and scattering around, flying out in different directions. And as they all fly out, the title card the camera keeps spinning, and we see Earth in the distance, and around it the title card appears. Hero Infinite, the invincible Terran. And with that, the camera continues to spin around through the starry night sky, and then we hear the sound of, like, you know, a football game, you know, people talking excitedly, the sound of, like, oh, hang on, I just realized, hang on. Let me just flip that over. Nobody reads what that was. The sound of a football game going on. We pan down and we see the Discordant City, what was it? The Discordant Deviants, I think was the name of the football team. We see the Discordant Deviants. Their mascot is like a little like imp devil thing, you know?
Perfect.
Oh yeah, you had said you want, I don't think we had ever fully established team colors. You said you wanted it to be like orange and white, right?
Orange and black.
Orange and black. Yes,
home colors. So there's two different sets of colors for uniform. There's a home team, and then there's home colors, and then there's the away colors. Mm-hmm. Usually the away colors are usually the primary, and then white.
Mm-hmm.
And then the home colors are usually like the two colors.
Yeah, so the imp mascot, he's like, it's like a big over the top demon head, like has the mask, and underneath he's just wearing like a uniform of whatever sport it is in the orange and black color scheme.
Yep.
So literally all of the sports use the same mascot head with no extended costume. Because that's just the easier
that way.
Yeah, it's cheaper and easier for the school. You know, we had like he's like dancing around and we pan over to, you know, we've got the football team, and we see the star quarterback, not Broditis' character, but we see Wilhelm's character. Do you want to say his name and describe his appearance?
Standing around 6'5", William the Cannon Clay, star quarterback of the Discordant Deviants. William Clay, a junior in college, stands very tall, but leaning heavily onto his other leg, as the previous season he had come off with a major knee injury and has finally made it back after months of physical therapy and made it back onto the team.
Mm-hmm.
He's tall, 6'5", great shape. He has dark brown hair cut to just a little bit above, kind of a medium length, longish, above his shoulders, but fairly long, with hazel eyes.
Yee. Star point for good hero description. Boom. But so,
as he readies, he gives his team a rousing speech of, "Man, this is the moment we've been waiting for. I'm so happy to have known and worked with every one of you. Thank you all so much for backing me on coming back and playing this season. Without this, I don't know what I would have done. I would have lost my scholarship. You saved me. You guys are my friends. You're my families. You're everything to me. I love you guys. We're gonna win this."
Yeah, they're all just like, yeah. They're all like patting each other's helmets with excitement as you're giving the speech. And with that, you run off, and the game begins. Like, you know football well, don't you, Wilhelm?
Don't say that.
You don't? Okay.
I do know football. I
know better than anyone else in the server.
Oh God. I guess so.
Do you want to give a rough description of what the game plan is? Yeah, at this point, it's like, game's all tied up, time is running out, it's down to like it's make it or break it moment,
So essentially what happens is 11-man football. It is 4th down, 10 yards to go, 10 to field goal, essentially what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
We're 8 yards away from a touchdown, game's time. Coach has been calling out, go for a field goal, but I'm not having it. I'm back finally, and this is my time to shine. This is my moment to prove that I am the star quarterback and I am as good as I say I am. So obviously I have to go for the big play. I got to get to those 7 points, because even though there's a chance, if I field goal, they could field goal back, because even though there's only a little bit of time left in the clock, they could get the turnover and then make a field goal and then make a touchdown. So this is my chance to prove how good I am, how good my arm is. I'm going to go for a pass. Essentially what happens, we break, we get into the position. The teams line up onto the line to get down to the 3-point stance. And they give out his call. He goes, "Blue 42! Blue 42! Set! Hot!" Pitch goes off perfectly without a snap. Snap goes, ball comes flying back, catch it in my hands. I back up 10 yards, looking around, looking to make a snap, make a quick throw, make a pick. I see an opportunity. One of the star wide receivers is going in for a pass. I bring my arm up, going to go make the throw. Out of my corner of my eye, I see a guy coming up to make a sack. I sidestep and he goes flying past me. Okay, this is close. I got to make the throw. Bring my hand up, bring it back. Go to toss the ball. Last moment, I didn't realize a linebacker's made it through the line. Jumps up into the air. The ball clips his helmet and goes sliding off to the side. As that same linebacker collides into me, sending me crashing down into the ground as that ball gets picked up in a fumble.
And we hear the sound as you are hitting the ground with the collision of a snap, and you screaming out in pain. God damn, that was a really good sub. I'm gonna give you 2 hero point or star points for that. Hero points, star points, whatever. Boom.
Yeah, my one good knee.
Yeah.
Taken down in one hit.
Yeah, your other, not only is your good knee broken, but your other one that was already like recovering re-breaks even worse. We hear you scream. We hear William Clay screaming out in pain. As like you hear like them calling like, "We get a medic, get a medic!" People are running over and getting put onto a stretcher, and we sort of cut the camera over to or the camera like pans over and we see like one of the school newspapers sitting there. Star quarterback William Clay back on the field or just in time for the finale game, that whole thing.
The championship.
Yeah, the championship, that's the word. Hang on. And we also get. So I'm trying to get something open that I forgot to open previously. But then like the wind picks it up, and it like has the date of we had sort of talked about date. I meant to talk to you again about this before we started session. So, what year was your injury?
My first injury would have been my sophomore year.
Well, this injury that we just had.
So this injury would have happened.
The campaign primarily takes place in 2023. So when would it have?
It would have if this was playoffs, right? Going up to the championship, like the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
It probably would have happened in like December
of
22.
Of 2022. Okay.
Yeah, because usually football season ends in like November, December.
We're typing on the wrong keyboard.
It depends. Like the NFL obviously goes until like February, but like usually college football is done with it before the year's out.
Yeah, Wilhelm knows a lot more about this, and he sort of corrected me on a lot of how the elements of the timeline of our football game don't make sense. So
it could just be that it just is weird, and this world it is just that way.
It's just lined up with like NFL football, essentially.
It just maybe it's just like that instead. We could just say that. So if that's the case, then it would have happened in like...
What's your name again? It's William Clay. Hang on, I'm putting these events in the timeline live as we talk.
But I know you said that you had a game in like January with Broditis.
Yeah, his character had a big game in West Virginia in... where was it? Moth v. Moth. In March is when his was.
Okay, so maybe this was in like December or January.
Yeah. And when was your first injury been? Like earlier, like the previous year, right?
Yeah, if you want to extend the season to having the March be championship, it could be this could have been the very first game of the year. It could be in this world that, it starts at the end of the year and goes into the beginning of the year.
We don't need to worry too much about those semantics. I was just putting your second injury on the timeline at the very least as a 2022 event. We'll get more specific later, like off camera. But yes, like we see like 2022 or the whole thing of like, oh, he's healed back for the championship game, and the wind blows and it goes flying off, and we see another one from you said that was around December of 2022, so this one would probably be from like early 2023, like January, like maybe like around January, like for like 1st or 2nd, or maybe like like the first issue of the new year. It says like, oh, William Clay confirmed to legs or leg bones shattered, will never play again, doctors say. And then the wind picks up and blows again, and we get stuff about oh god, I'm blanking on Broditis' character's name. I've got so many notes I'm constantly clicking through all the time. Okay. Hang on. Maximilian Newport's young prodigy picked up to be new quarterback of the team, and like the wind keeps blowing, and we see like more things about him doing like being the quarterback, and then we see the whole thing of him winning the championship or him winning like a big game in
March.
in March, the West Virginia game, and as we see or wait, was it March? Yeah, the big game in West Virginia March, bring it like now the team's on road to go into like the larger scale games, whatever. I'm bad at knowing football terminology.
So if there was like a championship, right, and then that would probably be like, if you want to like phrase it like the NFL, right, there'd be like those two different conferences. We could have just won the conference championship, and then now we're in playoffs. So I could have played up to the conference, and then now that we're in the playoffs, going up to like the actual championship.
So you got injured in the lead up to the conference, and he's now like getting the team's qualified for championship.
Yeah, so like if that was the qualifying like game, like if that was our conference championship, going up to this would be playoffs.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot here a point at you.
Thank you.
So, this is like the night of the team returning from West Virginia. You know, there's big parties. So like, it's like in fucking. Oh, you okay?
Hmm?
Oh, it sounded like something fell over.
I just sat my phone down.
Oh wow, that was.
It's a big brick phone.
Oh,
Just-
it probably like echoed through the mic stand.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened. It literally right down to my mic stand.
It's a thing I always forget is like putting things down on my desk comes out really loud in my to my mic. It's like I'll pick up a cup, take a sip, and try and delicately put it down on the recording. It's like
What are you doing? I'm typing.
yeah, but
I'm just click the sound of someone's spine being ripped out of their body. What was that? Oh, that was just I had a yawn. Sorry, it was.
yeah, it's like I said, like these events are like, you know, this is March 22nd, you know, or like. Or probably not 22nd, more like March 28th. You know, the day that like the team gets back from West Virginia. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. So like a week
So,
later.
Yeah. Like there was already partying in West Virginia, but now everyone's back home and everybody's all excited. So everybody's like, you know, it's fraternity.
This is, So this would, I don't know, hit around spring break time maybe, if you want to say. Spring break's usually like in the middle of March.
Yeah. Oh
So
man,
this-
I didn't even think about. God, see, that's one of the things I didn't think about is like so when spring break occurs and stuff like that.
It's your own universe. You just say spring breaks at the end of March.
Yeah, it's like maybe I can, or maybe like spring break ended and at its end is when the West Virginia game happened. I think that can add up.
This is the first. Yeah, this would be maybe like the first weekend back at college, so everyone's together.
Yeah, and like, do they hold football games during spring break for people?
Well, no, football doesn't usually happen in spring
Sorry,
break.
God, right? God, I fucked up timeline stuff
Usually
so
it's
much not thinking
basketball.
about it.
Usually basketball, like March Madness.
Oh, you're right. But they would make sports teams play during that time anyway. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. That also happens. Like basketball would happen during like Thanksgiving break.
Mm. But yeah, so you know, everybody's back in fucking back at this college, and like you know, there's a big frat party going on. Like everybody's celebrating the victory, and you know, we see like people like celebrating with Maximilian. You know, he's like upside down on a keg chugging, and everyone's like, yeah man, you got this. He's excited like because he's the one that won the game for everybody essentially. And as they let him down from his position, we can see sat in the background is, you know, Clay, special braces on the sides of his legs to allow him to still walk, as you're just like
I'd probably still use a crutch.
yeah, well, that's the fun thing. This world is like semi sci-fi-ish, and realistically, you probably is your family's like moderately well off. Yeah,
fairly well off.
so you have like the cutting edge of medical technology. You have a cerulean exoskeletal leg thing, like braces. These basically allow somebody with like crippled legs to walk like normal without putting too much weight on their legs, meaning no muscular atrophy would occur during the recovery period. You know?
Right. It still hurts a lot.
Oh yeah,
My knees are full of pins.
Yeah, you would need to sit down very. Actually, yeah, you probably wouldn't have a crutch, but they might have given you like a little cane for extra support.
Yeah, and I can't use the cart because both my knees were destroyed.
Yeah. So like you're basically just like sat there with a look of like fuck everything kind of thing, you know?
Yep, this is great. I'm so happy my team invited me here.
Yeah. All the people are drinking excitedly. Hold on, opening more of my notes. See, because I'm in the process of trying to clean up my notes, everything is spread across like 4 Google Docs as I clarify things better and better in different chats. Okay, never mind. But yeah, sorry. Everybody's like celebrating your... Sorry, I just had a fucking total brain fart. You continue with what you were saying with your in-character speech.
Kind of like just sitting there, really just hating everything. It was I think like today my coach pulled me in saying that I was pretty much off the team and then I don't have my full ride scholarship anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it took a little while for them to tell me that, because there was like several months of them being like just making sure that I was actually
that you weren't actually
ruined.
gonna recover
Before they did it. And then when the doctors were like, yeah, he's done, they today was the day. And then they're like, my team was like, hey, yeah, you want to part out? And you're like, my friends, they were like, come on, man, we're gonna go out, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna be like, and then once you're all healed up, we can start practicing again this summer for camp, because it's only gonna be a couple months till summer, and then camp would start for training.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just he hasn't really told anybody else that he was done and he's lost his scholarship and he's gonna have to drop out of college after this year. And he's just like, well, it's not like they would care anyways. It's not like really anyone's sitting here over here hanging out with me.
Yeah, and like you can't even drink at the party because you're on like medication,
like, such bad and pain meds.
Yeah.
And it's just, I can't even have fun. I can't even dance with my girlfriend. So this is great. I'm having great.
Yeah, and you're sitting there like gritted teeth, and has your like thinking, like I imagine has you thinking through that, we're getting like the flash scenes of like the doctors talking and you talking, like the doctors telling you you're not recovering, and then you getting the news of the whole thing. I
pretty much flunked this whole semester. It's because I was in so much physical therapy that I just wasn't able to attend classes.
Yeah, and as you're sitting there thinking that, your girlfriend, she's like straight up like the head cheerleader, like cute young girl, walks over and she's carrying 2 drinks, and she sits down next to you, sort of like almost an awkward air to it, as she like goes like past the drink. She's like, you want a drink?
I can't drink anything. I told you this. Yeah, I told you this multiple times, and you keep bringing me alcohol.
Right.
So, I told you this several times, actually.
She sort of like sighs and like takes a sip of the one she brought for herself and sets the other one down on like, I imagine you're in a spot in the side of the room where there's like a couple chairs lined up, and she sets the other one down on another chair.
Just trying to like he's like tries to extend his legs the best he can to like relax them, because he's been sitting for so long, his legs are starting to hurt. So he's like, I never should have a goddamn mouth.
What's your problem? She like looks over, like suddenly like very like she has sort of an angry look as she like whips her head over to look at you.
What?
You've just been so... It's been hard dealing lately. She seems like...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is my fault. It's my fault. You're not having a fun time. Good, that's my fault.
I know Listen, I know things are hard for you. First, the news of your parents' divorce, and then the injury, but like... God. You don't... Can you just be a little, like... less this?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll be, oh, geez. Well, I'm sure happy that I'm going to sit here and watch my friends all have fun and go out and play championship games without me. This is great. I love it. I'm having so much fun, sweetie. Thank you for this drink that I can't drink. Yeah, I know. They won without me.
You can't just be happy that your friends are doing good?
I'm ecstatic for them. They're doing fantastic. I heard John got looked at for going to do the NFL. That's cool. I didn't. I didn't get anything. I got zero. I got nothing from this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ruin your evening. Why don't you go out, forget it. I don't even know why we're having this conversation. Every time I talk to you, it's nothing but, you're being a piece of shit. You're being a piece of shit. Why don't you be a little bit nicer? I'm sorry if I'm in pain and I'm suffering, but, fuck me, I guess. How about you go and have fun?
You know what? Fine. I think I will have fun. Maybe I'll go and talk with Maxie and see how he's doing. And she stands up and she she picks up the drink that she'd grabbed for you. She basically, like, while you were ranting, finished her drink, picks up the one she'd grabbed for you. She's like, I think you and I need a break. And she walks off.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Like my knees, right?
That's awful. I'm getting hero point for that and for the whole rant. Jesus. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I sit there across my arms. Fuck! Shit! God damn it!
There's like a couple of people are like looking over you at you like, oh, yeah, okay, but like, you know, just like walk away a little.
I look at him. Fuck off! Can I help you?
Everybody's like steps away.
I like struggle to get up
Yeah, like
from my chair. I'm like, I kind of like do the lock knees, trying to like get up.
Just scramble over to grab the cane that like had sort of leaned a little further away than it should have been as it sat on the wall.
And like I go to reach over for it, I tip it over, and I have to do like the long, deep, like lean, lock knees, lean, and pick it up and swipe it off the ground. And I'm like, God fucking damn, fuck this place, fuck you guys, I'm so fucking God damn it. And then he gets the fuck out of there. He like bumps into a couple people. They're like, hey man, don't fucking talk to me. Just done. I'm just so fucking everything fucking. Every time I talk to her, it's nothing but fucking. That's nothing but. Oh, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Fucking god damn it. Where's my car?
Yeah, you're like stumbling out of the fraternity, you know, all angrily, and you look over and you can see like there's a couple like people like leaned on your truck as they're talking, like as you're walking over, and like I imagine one of them's like, yeah, pretty nice truck. I know, my dad got it for me. You know, trying to like hit on a girl.
Get the fuck off my truck.
Did he say his truck? The girls like roll their eyes and walk away, and it's like, oh, fuck
He's
you,
got
man.
herpes, and I lock my trunk and then
Jeez.
there's
There's another hero point.
He's such a piece of shit. He's such a piece of shit.
And you just like drive off in your truck.
Just get in my truck. It doesn't turn on immediately, and he's sitting there, and it's a click like, God! He starts smacking the wheel really hard, just like angry red face. God damn shit! God, start it!
I imagine you're just like, stupid technology never works, and like punch the wheel, and it or punch the wheel honking the horn, and that starts it.
It starts the car alarm first, and then everyone's looking and staring at the truck, shake side to side a little bit as he's like angrily shaking the steering wheel. It just
God, fuck, another hero point.
Like
such good characterization, Jesus.
Just like down the street, just down this fucking dark street, turn the lights on. I just screaming the whole way, turns the radio on.
Yeah, just angry about things. You click on the radio, and it's just like some, you know, like background sound of like news reports talking about like, oh, you know, Ink Shadow seen once again helping to fight evil.
Fucking NPR.
Yeah, you just click over to other like stations.
Some like really bad like 106.7. The abomination just like you want to rock your face off, cocksucking, and then it's just. And then it's just and it's like one of those
that kind of music.
Just so red in the face. He's kind of crying, but not from like being sad, but from like being just like constipated. Like angry red constipated face.
God. And like as you're driving, you know, the camera like pans out as you're like driving out of the city, just off in any direction because you're like just you want to get away from it, and camera pans out and over to the military base off off a little away from like the Misty Pines section of there's Discordant City, and then there's the Misty Pines town and forest just outside in like the hills. You know, off a little bit in that region, there's the local military base, and we bring the camera down into there, and there's a few guys like sitting around like sipping coffee. It's late at night, and then someone talks like, "Sir, there's something on our readings," and they're like military general walks over and like leans looking. He's like, huh, the hell is that? Something or our satellites are picking up on something. It looks like it's flying in towards Discordant. You don't think it's ICBM? Nah, that'd be crazy. Probably just some space rock or something. Looks a little too big. Or it looks a little big enough to be a little scary. Let's just shoot it to break it up a little bit, make sure nothing too bad happens. Understood. And be sure to contact some people so they can go and clean it up. Don't want any space radiation creating another one of those freaks running around the city. And they got some guys hitting buttons, calculating things, and the keys put in a lock and turn, and we see a missile fire up. And as it flies, the camera, we cut to like an upper stratosphere shot, and we see one of the chunks of like the satellite that hit the one of the rings of Saturn, sort of spinning out of control. And we see like a screen on the side of it giving readout of weird looking otherworldly symbols as the missile goes flying over, and right before the missile hits it tries to shoot something out. Or a couple of like things shoot off it, and one of them hits the moon, another one fires off into space, and the last one hits the missile, causing it to blow up too soon, and the missile explodes, and the shrapnel like destroys the object that's flying towards Earth, has more pieces of it go scattering down toward the misty pine woods. And our camera cuts once again to, we can see the truck parked playing the loud music, and William just I love the sound effects. William just looking off like fucking pissed, and you think you see a shooting star as you're laying there.
He's like sitting there, and he's like, it's cool. It's like a cool spring wintry evening. And he's like visibly like steaming from just how cool the air is and how warm and hot he got from getting so angry. And he's like kind of like he had to get out of the car because his legs hurt from being in that sitting position so long, so he had to get out to like stretch. And he just kind of like pinches his nose, and he's looking down at the ground, and he's just like, what's wrong with me, man? Like, why do I
and you're like at like one of like the hillier areas. It's just like an overlook like where you can see the whole city. Like
it's an overlook over a valley, and then you can see the city in the distance. And I'm looking down at the ground, and I'm like, I wish I could just fucking go back. I wish I could take everything back. I look up at this beautiful shooting star, and I'm like, God, I wish I could go back.
You realize
that's getting kind of close.
yeah, it's getting bigger. And you go to get up, but like
my knee goes pop.
Yeah, you have to move in specific ways with these legs, and if you like, they don't take jerky motions well. And as you go to get up hurried, you cause the height, like the leg to lock up. You
just hear the whir sound of, and I'm like, oh no!
And the shooting star comes flying down, and then and we cut to black, and things fade back in, and the radio, like, the radio is a little bit staticky from the truck, and we see like straight up a crater on the side of the hill, and laying in the bottom of it we can see
the mangled corpse.
Yeah, not the mangled corpse, but Clay like in the dirt, and there's like something embedded in his chest, like a light that just is there for a moment before it, as the camera gets in closer, it sinks down, and we see his skin closing over it. And the skin closes, the static on the truck like cuts out, and then eyes not even opened, like Clay's arm starts to like twitch a little bit, and he starts to like stand up, and again the exoskeleton legs are sort of like beeping with like a maintenance issue, and he stands up and he moves, and they just start like break as he stands up, and they break and fall off of him. Eyes still closed, he walks over, like turns a little bit,
like snapping and popping and joints popping.
Yeah. Like his ear like twitches a little bit, and everything like slows down. We just see like a bird, like everything focuses. We get sort of like crack zoom to a bird tweeting, and then his mouth opens up when we hear like the bird tweet sound escape his mouth, and he turns. And we get almost like a Terminator RoboCop style vision thing, has his eyes open up, and it just like a scan of his truck and a bunch of weird alien symbols around it. And he gets in the truck, sits down, calmly turns on, and drives away. And as we do, the camera pans out, and we can see in the distance, more little pieces of a couple other little pieces of shrapnel crash down in areas around the Misty Pines. And not too far away from where he was, a much larger, like what looks like the main body of what got blasted down. And that the thing that is there, so the light sort of sinks down and the ground above it closes in a little. And we cut to, and with that, then, like, we hear the sound of or it's like panning out and we're seeing that, we hear the sound of an alarm clock. And then we cut to Clay laying in his bed asleep and, like, lazily reaching for the alarm. Well? Okay. So I bet you, like, reach up and turn off the alarm.
I reach up and I smack my alarm. Probably just crushing it.
Yeah, not crushing it, but like you break the frame a little bit, I'd say.
And I'm like, he sits up wearily and he like throws his legs over the side of the bed and he reaches around for his cane.
Which, initially feeling for it, you realize you can't find it, and you like open your eyes and look around and you realize, like, where the fuck's the cane?
Oh God. I'm all right. Get up.
And you stand up, your feet touch the ground, and, you know, you start walking like normal, and then you like glance over at the long mirror in your room, and you see you don't have your artificial, or you don't have the exoskeleton on your legs.
Kind of like keep walking and kind of like stop. What? Take a step back. Oh no, those are expensive. Where do they go? Oh,
You realize, like, you're standing without the exoskeleton or a cane. We're not in severe pain.
What? And I'm gonna run. I'm not gonna run or anything. I'm gonna I'm gonna kneel a little, ever so slightly, like bend my knee.
Yeah. And no pain. And now we're just gonna go ahead and take this this card right here, the severe injury, and we're gonna.
Whoa! Oh, my power's gone.
Your power.
I lost a power.
Your power of horrible disability.
Oh God.
Man, I wish I'd lose my power of autism.
Oh my! Shut up! You can't say things like that.
What? I mean,
Eddie, he's gonna bend his other knee, and he's gonna like quickly, like not quickly, he's gonna like slowly raise one knee up into the air and like see how much range of motion he has.
He's got his normal range of motion. It's not hurt at all. Even look at, like, the scars from your injury aren't even there. Like
and all the surgery.
Yeah.
God, what just happened? Did I go back in time? No.
That's
No,
everybody.
that's not
William
right.
Clay back in time. William Clay backwards. That's the name of the session.
Where's Ben? I'm gonna find him. No, he's gonna.
Once again, in a superhero campaign, you can't help but step on arms' toes and create a character with the exact same powers.
Yeah.
So, for context, back in the day, we did a run of Hero Infinite that was like not streamed, and both of them had teleportation as their main gimmick.
No. Mine was a double power in one.
Yeah. He could open like portals while Arm's character could teleport. So Arm would look somewhere and could teleport wherever they saw. He could spend like a turn opening a doorway into another or to any other area that he could think of.
Very different powers. There's a distinct difference.
But ultimately, they were used to achieve the same thing.
Mine was better. She was just mad. She was salty. I'll stand by that. Quote me.
She was salty. Anyway,
She was very salty.
I can't wait for her to watch this session and get very cross with me.
Yeah, she can be very grumpy.
She
Don't worry,
gonna
Laura.
punish me, ooh woo.
Shut up. Anyways,
That tone of shut up, that's everything I seek to achieve with my channel.
oh god. Anyways, he checks his full range of motion. His first thought is to just go back in time. He
Yeah.
looks around his room. He goes to grab his phone.
Yeah. Look at your phone and you look at the date and like, no, it's all correct.
I didn't. Okay. All right.
Like you
I need to
click
go
through
talk to
like
somebody.
you click through the app of the college and you see that like all of the stuff is still like all those old newspaper articles of your injury and stuff are still there and you're just like fuck.
Oh god. I don't know what's happening. This is really cool. Whatever this is awesome. I don't remember a single thing. I should call my girlfriend.
So I imagine you like hit the quick dial on her and there's the ring and like this is the fun thing we're doing just on stream. I get to describe scenes that you as a player aren't necessarily seeing. The camera pans through one of the frat house and we see like one of the football players what's his name? God, I'm blanking on his name. Broditis' character's best friend. I'm blanking on the character's name, and I don't have it in front of me right now, but we see him laying in bed, and, like, the camera pans over, and we see Wilhelm's girlfriend there, and she's, like, fast asleep. We can see, like, a bra and, like, dude's underwear both on the ground, the phone next to it ringing, and then we cut back to Clay, and it's just like... You've reached the, like, so-and-so. We never named your girlfriend. God.
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
That seems very college-y.
Yes. You've reached, reached Cynthia, bleh, I can use words.
Cynthia.
I can use words. You've reached Cynthia Violet. Please leave a message after the beep.
Babe, you're not going to believe this. This is, I have great news. Just get back to me. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is fantastic.
And
I hang up.
yeah, you hang up, and...
Ooh, okay. What happened? Went to party. Didn't leave party. What happened?
It's up to you as a
Was at
player how much
party.
you remember.
At party, I left and then left and then now I'm home. Fuck. Shit. What the fuck happened? God, I need to go talk. I need to talk to somebody.
Are we? I want to be sure if your brain's going where mine is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister.
Yeah. Your sister who works off in the city. Gonna go get in your truck and drive to her essentially.
I'm gonna start walking down the hallway, and then as I'm walking, I'm gonna start jogging,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna start running.
Yeah, and you, almost not realizing it fully, are fucking zooming.
Full
And
sprint tilt down.
yeah,
I run past my truck.
yeah,
I'm
you're like running through the campus, and you're hitting like motorcycle speeds.
I can run again. Yeah, baby, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
And imagine you're like running and realizing how fast you're going, and like
I don't think he realizes it. I think he's just running on a high right now.
yeah,
Of like his knees are good again, and so he's not even thinking about it.
and as you're sprinting at this speed, we again pan out through the city, and we return to that cliffside, and
My orange faded football hoodie I have on, my gym shorts, and my tennis shoes.
we return to the cliffside, and there's a bunch of guys in like hazmat suits walking around with radiation detectors. A couple of them are standing at the crater site where on the cliffside where the truck was, and some of them are sitting there like, this looks like one of the crash sites, but doesn't seem to have anything in it like the last one. Our metal detectors aren't picking anything up, and there's like some excavation equipment that they have, and one of the others is like, the radiation signals are the same as all of the others. And one of them kneels down and looks at the truck tracks in the ground. I think somebody beat us here. Get the general on the phone. And with that, God.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
Yes, that's not where I was gonna cut, but that's too good of a place to cut to. I'm gonna give you a hero point. Yeah, again, you're like running like motorcycle speeds, dipping past people. You're wearing, your college jersey. You're wearing jeans.
He's wearing his old faded
Letterman
camp hoodie.
Oh, camp hoodie.
No,
okay.
Yeah, he's wearing it because he probably slept in the hoodie.
Yeah.
But, it's just one of the first things he threw on, and then like a pair of gym shorts and tennis shoes.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you always wear because it's just like a nice, comfortable coat that was probably expensive.
Yeah, it's just a hoodie. The letter's faded from how many times you wash it because it's a cheap college hoodie that's not very good, but it's comfy.
Mm-hmm. It originally had like your numbers, which
sweat stains.
So hang on. I'm thinking your number would have been something like 70 or 60 originally, but now it just has a 0 on the back. Or do you want?
Yes.
Or is there a number you prefer?
Oh well, because actually, it probably just has a 0 on it at this point. It's probably very faded. Like all the lettering on it's probably mostly gone. You can just barely make out a pattern.
It has. You can still see the word discordant on the front.
Dirty. He's got his
big 0 on the back, discordant on the front. Pretty much everything else is like peeled away or faded. It's got that orange and black color.
It was like the sticker shirts where it had like the sticker on it and not like an actual like fabric. So, and it's just sweat stains. It's dirty. It's not, It's what you'd wear to breakfast after drinking.
Yeah, you're like running through the city and you're like dipping through crowds and you're like running across the road and cars are like hitting their brakes and you like slow to a stop outside of the bar, and I imagine like that's almost when it would start to click like exactly how fast you were going.
Ooh. Okay. That was, and I look at my phone. That was 5 minutes.
This one, I'm just gonna flip that one.
That was 5 minutes to get here.
Which is like you went from like the college, which the college is probably in like sort of northern central discordant, and like the bar is in like southern central discordant.
Yeah, it's not. That was very far to travel in like the 5 to 10 minutes it took for him to get here.
Yeah,
because he's ran here before.
That's the time you would expect it to take if you were driving with 0 traffic and stoplights.
He's ran here before, which is arguably faster than driving.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can take the pedestrian paths. And that took him like 30 minutes to run.
Because, man, actually, here's where I'm going to establish a bit of a dichotomy of Discordant City. Northern versus Southern Discordant. The universities in Northern. Northern is very much like a green, modern, like well-designed city with lots of pedestrian walkways, parks and such. Southern Discordant is the original Discordant. It's the city that was built up and is like very like Boston, New York kind of vibe. And the northern half is the expansion that grew out of it. And so it was more efficiently designed and modern. Sorry, just throwing out some lore.
No, it's fine. I like it. Very like in a kind of like industrial looking area.
Yeah, it's where all the crime is.
Yeah, no, it's like that in every city. The southern part of the city is always the worst part for whatever reason.
It's good.
Yeah,
I was gonna make a really bad joke.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that.
Just like the United States as a whole. Please, if you're from the South, don't hate me. But recent law changes just enforce that thought process.
No.
Yeah, I'll avoid getting too political.
I don't want to get.
But anyone who follows me on Tumblr knows most of my political views at this point.
Yeah, I don't.
As well as my sense of humor. Yeah, let's just
I
move on
don't.
though.
I don't want to be a part of this.
Yeah, sorry. Let's continue. So you're at the fucking outside of her bar. Well, not her bar. She's a bartender at this bar. Well, God, again, we didn't actually come up with a name beforehand. What do you think this bar would be called, Wilhelm?
The bar's called. It's probably like classic, like Irish name. Like it's probably like Patios or something like that.
Sullivan's.
Sullivan's.
So Sullivan's. Sullivan's Food and Beer or Food and Ales. But everybody just calls it like Sullivan's is the big part of the sign, and then Food and Ales is the small part.
Yeah, perfect. Let's see.
It's got a picture of who you assume must have been Sullivan at some point.
Some dude.
Yeah, just like some. Nowadays, it's just some dude, but you assume it must have been the guy who owned it back when the place was built. Now it's just owned by, say, it's owned by a guy who doesn't ever come in, who probably owns like 6 or 7 bars across the city. And like to the point where like your sister doesn't own it, but she might as well own it.
I'm working here for 6 years.
Yeah. You walk in, it's early in the morning, so like the only people who are really here are like the stragglers, so to speak, the people who didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
And there's your sister at the counter, polishing. Like she's just like rubbing the counter down, and she looks up. Do you want to describe her appearance?
She's kind of very similar to me. I think my guy's around like 23, 24-ish, so she's probably actually getting kind of close to like 30, so she's like 28, 29. She's taller than average. She's about 5'8", 5'10", which is very tall for a woman. And then she, depending on what she's wearing, she's probably around 6 foot. She is of a not necessarily an athletic build, but she's in okay shape for someone who never works out. She's got short hair done up into a bun. And she's got the couple tattoos on her neck going down onto her shoulder and to her arm.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's like a tiger that kind of pops out of the bottom of her, like it's like the tiger's head on her neck, and it kind of like you see the tail come wrap down onto her forearm.
Mm-hmm. I imagine right now she's wearing like maybe a black crop top and some jeans or something, because she's working in a bar and has to looking good gets her more tips.
Exactly. She's got originally brown hair, now it's like purple, and she is also has hazel eyes.
Here is a star point for describing that NPC. You're already at 14 star points.
Hell yes. Well, I'm not focused on the first combat. Can I use all my points?
You can. Dude, Zed dropped I think it was Arm. I think Arm was the one who dropped 40 points on one roll.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because you really wanted to pass. But, yeah, you step in and she looks up, she's like, you're here. Look who's up early. How early did you get up to come here? You didn't drive the truck, did you?
No, I just like 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago?
Look! Hold on. Forget that. Look!
And I bet you walk up, walk over to the bar and lift your knee and try to lay your leg on the bar top.
Full boom boom. Look at it.
Where are the? And she's looking at you confused.
Okay, so it's not just me. Yes. Okay. Look at this one. Boom.
I imagine you go to lift the other leg while one's still on the thing and just fall flat on your back with your feet up on the bar.
Look.
You. She's looking. She's like, you okay?
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
all I know is look at my knees. Look at my knees.
And
Tell me what's wrong with that.
she reaches over the bar to like help you sit up and sit down. One guy who like, there's only one guy here and he's like asleep on the counter and she's looking at you. She's like,
He's like a kid. He's like bouncing up and down in his seat. He's got a huge smile on his face. He's like,
well, I don't understand what happened.
I don't know. I was at a party last night and then I left. And then now I woke up and then my knees are perfect.
That makes no sense. Like how would that happen? How would you?
I don't know. And then he's like smacking the counter a little bit. He's like, and then when I was
What happened at the party? Was it something there?
at the party it was no, I was talking to Cynthia. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's when it clicks that you and her broke up. And the message you just left her.
Oh fuck.
What?
Oh my. I mean, Cynthia broke up last night.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd offer you a drink if you were on the medication.
I haven't taken any yet.
Probably better we don't give it to you, though. Not until after we figured out what happened.
I mean, I'll take it. You want to give it? Yeah, fuck, shit. Why did I talking, and then we got into a fight, and then I left, and then we broke up, then I left. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Why did I do that?
Don't worry. You've been through a lot this last year.
Yeah, well, fuck. God dang it.
Man, year and a half now, actually.
Don't even I don't want to think about it. I just shit. Then I fucking. But then I left.
She's like mixing a non-alcoholic drink for you right now.
Just Coca-Cola. Sorry, just cola.
No, Polar Cola.
Polar Cola.
Yeah, that's
so much.
They got a polar bear as their mascot. The company almost went completely under a couple of years ago because they were adding addictive substances to their drink.
Very, very classy.
Now they're a subsidiary of America United.
Horribly addicted to the Polar Cola.
Yeah, now they're a subsidiary. The addictive substance isn't in it anymore, and they're a subsidiary of America United, the shipping company.
Interesting. He kind of like, and then I left, and then I went up the old Mount Valley Trail, and then I was at somewhere, and I saw a shooting star, and I made a wish.
So you think your wish got granted?
I don't know. I was just...
At this point, she's put down, like... I imagine she, like, made you a little, like, mixed cola drink, you know?
Yeah, and she got me a basket of, like, peanuts.
Yeah, and she set those both down in front of you.
I guess that must have been what happened. I can't... All I know is I ran here.
What do you mean you ran here?
I ran here.
Like you jogged across the city?
I full tilt sprint ran here.
Okay. That's a pretty long run.
That is a very long run, which I've ran before, but not... Well, how did I... I'm not sweating. I should be drenched.
Right. She seems, again, like, kind of confused by where you're going with all this. You okay? Or...
I don't know. I'm freaking out now, actually. Now I'm thinking, I don't know how I've never been able to do something like that, even when I was in good shape.
Huh. It is a pretty big run to make. Han, you said, like, you woke up 10 minutes ago? Are you
now.
Are you sure everything's okay? Yeah. You seem a little out of it.
I'm not on drugs. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I'm not paying. Hold on, and look, it's not. I know this sounds crazy, right? But I ran here. I don't have my truck. My alarm went off. I pulled my phone 20 minutes ago.
All right, do you want to try and show her?
Yeah, show her my alarm.
No, not your alarm, like the how fast you can run.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, let's go out to the alley really quick.
She looks over at the passed out guy for a moment. She's like, "Yeah, sure," and she follows you.
Here, and I pull out a stopwatch from my on my phone, like a stopwatch app. You time me on my run. I'll run down that block and I'll run back from in the alley. I'll start here at the beginning of the alley. I'll run down there. I'll run back. You time me.
All right.
That's like what, almost 100 yards.
Yeah, that more or less.
And before my 100-yard run was like, I genuinely can't think of like the correct.
You say an amount of distance that is moderately impressive, but not super impressive.
Yeah, something like for me, it's pretty good. I can't think of anything right now. I have to actually do research.
Yeah, you don't need to say the exact amount.
Okay.
So.
And I get down into like a runner stance.
It's like, all right, go.
And then I take off. I try my best to full tilt sprint.
Yeah, and you bolt, turn around, skid a little, and run back, and she's just sitting there looking amazed. What the fuck was that?
I ran.
You were like the machine. You like a car.
Right?
Hang on. She's thinking. I'm gonna call mom and see if she can't bring your brother over here.
No, don't call mom.
I'll probably just get passed on to one of her secretaries anyway. I think your bro needs to see this.
God, it took him forever to get here.
I think he needs to see this. You know, she.
Yeah. Well.
She
let's
called.
Just go.
Wait, what are you gonna say?
Well, I'd say we could just go to him.
What do you mean, just go to?
He lives on the end of town. Take the subway.
Hang on. She steps inside for a moment, and then she walks back out. She's like she's getting on her leather jacket. All right, the guy's out of the bar. We're closed. And she walks up behind you, and she like climbs on you in a piggyback. Like she does climbing onto you. Mush.
You got hit. You don't mush me. I'm not a dog.
Let's see how fast you can go.
You got heavy, you know that?
Fuck you, and she like bops you on the side of the head.
Ow. Alright.
Actually, you say ow, it doesn't really hurt.
Well, it wouldn't have hurt it anyways.
Oh, right, you're just saying ow anyway.
Just because as a response
yeah.
to the stimuli.
I get what you mean.
And he goes like, okay. You make me run? That's like almost like 10 miles.
Well, you ran from the college, didn't you?
Okay, yeah, well, okay. Get ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine you like get ready and you fucking yeet. And like she's like, hold on, and again you're going at like car speed. She's like, holy fucking shit! Ah! She's like amazed and ecstatic, and you guys arrive. She's like, oh, that was like being on my ex's motorcycle.
It's a dick.
Oh, he was a fucking asshole. I'm pretty sure he's in jail now for a mugging.
Oh, good. Should have been in jail a while ago.
Hindsight's 2020. All right, let's go.
Did you time
that? I didn't. Let's go talk to her bro. Or let's go talk to little bro. And with that, she's like heading inside. You're at like the ritzy ass apartments that your mom was, because there's a divorce. Your brother's still young, so he like spends a little bit of time with each of your parents back and forth.
Yeah. Well, mom's never here, so it's just him.
And
his name is Arthur.
Yeah. She gets you guys, like she does the buzz and it's like, No one's home. That's not gonna stop anybody from trying to get in, Dillweed. I'm not letting you up.
Let us in.
And then you hear the sound of the unlock. You
The door.
take the you guys take the elevator up, and as it opens as soon as the elevator opens, he runs in and gives you a hug, and he's like, God, what's your first?
I feel like he hugged me. I'm like, ugh, gross. You smell like Cheetos and jizz.
Gross. He's like, Willie, you never come to visit. And do you want to describe his appearance?
Well, he's like 16, going on 17, but he's very much like a late bloomer. He probably stands about like 6 foot, which is tall. But
yeah, he's taller than I thought he was gonna be as a character.
Well, he's 16, so like he's hit his growth spurt at this point.
Okay.
But he's very he's very awkward. Very lanky.
Oh yeah, he probably still would go in for a hug because you're the older.
Probably gonna end up being taller than me.
Yeah.
Because like he didn't hit his growth spurt until he was like 15, and then up until that point he was very small.
And you've seen him very minimally over the last year because you just don't like being around either of your parents.
Oh God, you got way taller, man.
It's been forever since I've seen you, man.
Don't touch me.
He starts to walk in.
Gross.
So, there's some weird shit going on. Like, as the two of you are walking, she's like saying that your sister says that.
Yeah, no. I broke up with my girlfriend. I don't even know why I would have done that.
There's a hero point. And he's like, oh, you had a girlfriend?
Yeah, you've met her, I think. You met
maybe
last dating for a year and a half, 2 year, 3.
Oh wait, she was your girlfriend? I never would have figured someone like that would have dated you. And he sort of snickers a little.
Yeah, how's it going? You meet anyone new? Oh, wait, sorry, you have to talk to people.
Oh, you're such a dick. Your sister's like, never mind girlfriends. Show him what you can do. And I imagine with that we cut to like you on your mom's treadmill, fucking highest speed, running on it, no problem.
Like a light jog.
Huh. That's something else. Dude, you're like one of those heroes, and your sister's like, I was thinking the same thing.
You guys know what this means?
Maybe something happened.
Yeah. I think I made a wish and it came true. I know what this means. I know what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
I can get back on the football team.
What, football team?
Yeah.
Dude, I think you're thinking a little light here.
No, I lost. I need to be on the team to get my scholarships and go to college.
You can run faster than a car. One, if you are on the football field doing that, people are going to immediately ask questions.
I just won't run faster than Carl. I'll just run faster than everyone else.
But two, you could be like those vigilantes.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, first off, I can run fast. Cool. Awesome. That's cool and all. That doesn't help. The guy pulls out a gun and shoots me, I'm dead. Like, that's... Like, what are you talking... I'm still a guy.
Not
even
just
if I run fast.
Maybe it's not just running fast.
What do you mean? Yeah, that's so far, that's all I got.
Being able to run fast is derived from muscular strength, right?
Yeah, endurance, yeah.
So... do you think your other muscles got stronger? And with that, I imagine we like cut to you on like the fucking
out in the backyard,
Well, they live in like a apartment complex, a fancy apartment complex. But I imagine you're like at your mom's weight bench, like you're doing like a deadlift of a thing, and like you go down and has like, and then it cuts to more weight on it as you go up, and then down, and then it cuts to more weight on it and up, and they're just adding more weight, and then it's just like a fuck ton of weight, and them sat on either side of it, like all the weights are on it, and you're just up and down, no problem.
I think we're gonna go for the floor.
So you're definitely stronger as you like put it on the thing and like sit up. This is insane. Well, I mean, if we're gonna make you a hero, we're gonna need you're gonna need disguise.
I never agreed to any of this. You know, I'm not gonna. Well, you can't. No, I have my own stuff going on, guys. I don't have time for this. I gotta get back to school and get my classes.
Seriously, you're saying you don't want to help with all the shit going on in this city?
What are you talking about?
Hang on. I gotta look at the timeline to make sure, because this is for roughly around March in setting. It's like, what do you mean? What are we talking about? We're talking about the giant monsters, the moth guy, the ink shadow.
There's a moth guy?
Yeah, have you not been watching any news for the past like 2 months?
I'm sorry.
Or the past
I was
3
a little
months?
preoccupied. I was in physical therapy.
There was a literal giant monster that attacked the city.
I thought that was for a movie.
They're all both just like looking at you like, to be fair, he has been going through a lot, your sister says. Your brother's like, it was a giant slug! How does he not...
I have my own stuff going on. I don't know what you want from me, man. I was in physical therapy. It's not like you came to visit me.
I'm gonna give you another hero point for that one.
Well, you know, it's not like either of you came to visit me very much during physical therapy. I was at like a retreat in the hills.
And your sister, she's like, I mean, I couldn't exactly get out much. I had to work. And your brother's like, I don't have a car.
Yeah, that's what I thought, huh? Not so easy, is it? If I could sit at home and then not do anything all day, I'd do that. But I can't.
Hey man, screw you. I farm crypto. And he like looks very like disappointed in himself as he says that.
What the hell is crypto?
Don't get him started.
Whatever. First
you
off,
want to buy a monkey?
Vigilant. No, I don't. What?
I'm kidding. They do not say
First
that.
off, vigilantism is illegal. Second off, I'm not going to have time for that if I'm going to be back in football practice and back in school.
Hold on, someone's knocking on my door.
Wow, I see. Priorities. The people you live with matter more than some random dude on the internet. Wow. Unbelievable. Zippity day. Decamp Town ladies.
Okay, sorry, back. I gotta remember to edit that one out. Wilhelm?
Ah,
Oh, okay. I was already stepped away for a moment.
I've murdered my entire family while you were gone.
Okay, we're gonna backtrack to before I left, and so we can play that out properly. So you
I strangled them in the
you
vents.
transform your arm into a giant sword and your legs into ostrich feet. That's your powers. Blade arm and ostrich feet.
sword.
New villain, Ostrich Blade. Anyway, though.
Okay. He
What was it you were saying?
I'm trying to remember actually.
You're like, oh, vigilantism's illegal. All my time's gonna be taken up by football practice.
It's school.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know. I don't got the time.
I can't believe you've been given this gift and you're just gonna use it to play football?
I feel like saying yes would be a bad thing.
Fine, whatever. Just go play football. I suppose the city has enough heroes as it is, right?
It's not fair. I just. Oh, first off, I'm strong and I'm fast. What do you? What?
I mean, in his defense, he's not wrong. Your brother says, and she's like, "What do you mean he's not wrong?"
What?
I mean, it's not like he's obligated to have to like go out there and fight things. I mean, though, that's a hell of an expectation to put on somebody.
Yeah. What do you?
Like, if you don't want to become a vigilante, you don't have to.
What are you trying to do?
I'm not trying. I'm agreeing with you.
I don't like this. Why
Like,
would you?
Just because your sister would use the power, or just because our sister would use the powers to fight crime, you don't have to do anything like that.
I'm not trying to. Okay.
Though, we should try and figure out exactly what happened to you first. I mean, how do we know that, like, this isn't some sort of, like, magic steroid or something?
Oh my god.
Like,
Hold
hang
a
on,
second,
give me a minute. He like steps away. He's like, I'm gonna go order some shit on America United and see if I can't get you like a drug test or something, so we can figure out exactly what happened to you.
I could just run down to the gas station and get a drug test.
So, you know, what would fall like they get the stuff or they start getting things to try and figure out who you are. Meanwhile, we're gonna cut to the military base, you know, with all like the scientists are all there, and they've got a bunch of fucking machine parts that they're trying to like put back together. And the general walks over. He's like, so what do we got? It looks like it's some sort of foreign satellite. What do you think it is? Chinese spying? No, it's... I mean, it doesn't look like it's from our world. What do you mean? I mean, it's alien in nature, and part of it's missing. Well, of course goddamn part of it's missing. We shot it out of the sky. No, I mean, we've been looking at all of it, and there's this one part, and they show it, and it's like, it looks like it was a casing. This thing had a couple of charges. We were able to scan, or we looked at what we gathered, and it seemed like it fired off a few of its charges, or from what we were able to gather from this thing's, well, I guess equivalent to a black box, it fired off a lot of shots before it even came into our atmosphere, but one of them shot just before it crashed. And we think that's we think that's the missing crater site. So the same someone got whatever it is that this thing was carrying. Exactly. It did have one shot it didn't fire off, and we were able to look inside of it, and well, have a look at our data, and we see what looks like a hexagonal cell, and they're all looking at it, and, you know, we then crossfade to, you know, it's been a couple weeks, and you're again at your brother's house, or with your brother, but now it's at your father's house, who is currently not home, and you're sort of like sitting there uncomfortable, not liking being at one of your parents' homes again. This is the most you've been at either of their homes since they separated. Your sister's there with you, and your brother is showing an image of what looks like a hexagonal cell.
What's that?
It's you.
What?
Hang on, let me... You see, he starts like looking at things. So I ordered all those things to try and figure out what was up with you. Drug tests, DNA tests, etc., etc. And I got really expensive microscope to look at one of the like muscles we got from from your legs, or some of the cells we got from your legs. And you know how like in school we learned about cell structure, right?
Yeah.
And there's plant cells and there's animal cells.
Yes.
Well,
That
this
doesn't look
isn't
like any of
either.
those.
This isn't either. It's silicone based. Like
I'm a condom?
Jesus, that's a hair point. Like it's as if the carbon in parts of your body have been replaced with silicone. I don't think it'll show up in a drug test.
Did I get...
But if you ever get a physical, someone will probably notice.
Are you saying that if I got like abducted and then like my body switched?
Huh, you know, that would actually kind of... I mean, well, it's not all this... I mean, so it's just in your legs as far as I could tell. But maybe abduction's not outside the question. You said you saw a shooting star, right? What if you were, like, abducted by aliens and they gave you new legs? Your sister, she's like, he got abducted by aliens. Oh, come on,
And they gave me legs.
Come on, the U.S. military has literally hired a being from another dimension, and you're questioning the possibility of aliens? He's not wrong.
There's a being from another dimension.
Yeah, you haven't seen the cartoon they made for them?
There's a cartoon.
Yeah, and he clicks on the TV and you see, like, it's straight up like an American-made anime about Ryuji. Oh no, wait, that's not their... Fuck, I keep forgetting Veneer never gives their character's name out to anyone. About the American monster, who is...
yeah, I saw TikToks about this. I thought it was a joke. Sorry, I saw bit bops about this.
No, it's God, well, maybe it would have to be bit bops.
Bit bops?
Bit bops. Yeah, words. You saw it. No, you saw Ivy's about it. You know, everyone's favorite social media app for short videos, Ivy.
Okay.
But yeah, they're just like, but moving on. Sorry, go.
That's cool theory and all, but that doesn't really... Could have been anything, really. Maybe we can...
I mean, what ultimately did it doesn't matter. You just have...
It kind of does. Feel kind of violated.
I mean, we could always try and get you an X-ray from a doctor to figure out exactly how much you changed, but that's a good way to get the military beating down our door.
Maybe we could find where this happened. That might help.
You said you were up on, like, the cliffside when it happened, right?
Yes, somewhere.
And, so... just because I need, like... passage of time, like the... So, hang on.
I was gonna mention this earlier, saying that maybe we could go look up. Like earlier, before the little skip.
What do you mean?
I was gonna say maybe we should go look up where I was.
Oh, okay.
Like retrace my steps.
And so I'm gonna start... Before we were, like, around March 8th to 9th, now we're, like, more so in, like, early April. It's been like a couple days, you know? Like, it's like April 4th. You know?
Yeah.
So, you guys are, like, with that, you guys are gonna head up to where your thing, or where you had seen it, right?
I think it was this house. No, this house. No.
Oh yeah, so
No,
you're
this
like I imagine you're like driving through the forest or the hills
the
outside.
nice area.
Yeah, the hills around Misty Pines. I wouldn't call Misty Pines a nice area. It's not a bad area. It's like sort of like
It was so we started. First area we started out was like the cabins in the wood areas, like the nice cabins.
Mm-hmm.
Because the party was at, so I'm like it was here, and then we kind of drove a little while.
Yeah. So like eventually you guys drive along and arrive at the God, I can speak. Or you're making your way towards the area, and as you're driving like into the forest, you eventually come across like, you know, there's a bunch of like military cars parked around in yellow tape. As you're driving down the road, like the dirt road, and you start to slow down. Your brother looks over like, that doesn't seem good.
Huh.
The soldiers walk over. The soldiers walk, or a couple of the soldiers start walking over like, sorry, this area is quarantined.
Anything happen here, officer?
There was a satellite crash. There's a cleanup site going on, space radiation. We can't let any people come into the area.
Space radiation?
Yeah, when things spend enough time up there, they get covered in there's a chance of them getting covered in radiation from the sun.
Okay. Did anyone get hurt?
It was in the middle of the woods, so everyone was fine.
Okay, well, thanks for protecting us.
You have a good day, and he like taps the top of your truck as you head off.
Okay, I think that was it.
Space radiation, my ass. That's not a crashed satellite, that's whatever happened to you.
Satellite did crash into me.
I don't think a satellite would give you new legs.
No, yeah, you know, you're probably right.
Unless it had like some sort of like alien bug on it, right? Like maybe he caught like a mutagenic disease.
Oh, shut up.
What? I'm just throwing out theories. We don't know what happens to you.
Freaking me out, man.
Well, either way, we've figured out everything there is about you. And like I said, the riskiest thing is for you to take any kind of physical exam. Like if they look at you and find out that there are cells in you that aren't human, I mean, you're probably gonna end up in a test tube somewhere.
Well, yeah. It's a bad time to say I have an appointment scheduled with the team doctor.
Oh, that's probably not the best.
Yeah, but I have to get an x-ray on my knees to prove that I'm not hurt anymore.
Wait, you actually already talked to them?
Yeah, I did that a couple days ago.
I said to at least wait until we found out what was up with you.
Well, I need to get my scholarship back, man. I'm sorry I'm not a super genius like you. I need that scholarship to go to school. I lost my scholarship. I don't have any way of paying for school now.
What if they like see something weird inside of you in the X-ray, like a alien tracker or something? Well, I guess this is a good way to get the X-rays.
Part of my surgery?
Let's just hope they don't see anything weird and all that.
Yeah.
You know, with that way, we like cut to you sat down. Like we're now in the point where I'm trying to like skip through events a little bit. So sorry if it gets a little jittery.
You're good.
You know, it's a little bit of time later, and we cut to words and how to use them.
That should be a good book to get for you. Dictionary.
I've consistently thought about like if I ever make merchandise, one of the shirts is just gonna be words in my mouth. I speak them because I say that phrase or some variant of it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm like DMing and can't think of what I'm saying.
I usually say, words, I have them.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're like sat in like the I imagine you just sat nervously outside the doctor's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
This is a bad idea. Maybe he's right. What if they do find something weird?
And
What if they lock me up forever?
he steps out and is like looking at you with like a stern look. You're looking right his way, Mr. Clay.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he holds out the x-ray to show it to you, and you look at it and it's just like, normal-ass leg bones. Looks like you're gonna be hitting the field again soon.
Camp starts, Can I have that?
The x-ray?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes!
He hands you... What, making a scrapbook of your recovery period?
Yeah, you can see something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit to give you the drug test just to make sure that none of your medications pick up in the readings. But you should be good to go as soon as that's gone through.
Let's go, baby. All right, yeah, I'll see you later, Doc.
Yeah, I'll let the coach know. We'll see you when the summer training begins in June.
Let's fucking go, man. Yeah. He runs.
In July, he says.
Yeah. He runs out of the doctor's office and he's like, "Let's go, baby." Yeah.
Yeah, and I imagine you go to your. Do you go and talk to your sister and brother?
Yeah, probably gonna. My brother's kind of far away, but I run to my sister's.
So, a thing that we're going to mention is the development has occurred of this whole weird thing around you has led to the three of you bonding the most since your parents' divorce, even more than before the divorce, because you guys are all becoming adults and growing apart. Now you all pretty much meet up at the bar pretty regularly to talk about what the fuck's wrong with you.
Yeah, let's go.
And you arrive there, your brother's sat off on or as you arrive, your sister, she looks over, she's like, bro's in the back room, she's serving a drink to somebody.
Look at that.
Slap down the x-ray.
Regular human knees.
One of the people at the bar looks over what the fuck? She's
what?
Full recovery.
Yeah.
And no weird joint issues.
Nope, just knees. Even the pins are gone too, actually.
Huh.
Oh, probably not good.
Yeah, that's concerning. Oh, but of course the college doctor won't bring it up. They're just glad to get you on the field again, right?
That's the hope.
Oh. Well, your brother's in the back. He actually was wanting to talk to you.
Okay.
I imagine if this was formatted more like a normal movie, there'd be lots more down moments of you talking with schoolmates, but it's just we're an hour and a half into this session already.
So he's probably pretty much he hasn't really talked to anybody from school for a couple months now.
Yeah.
So it's just he doesn't have anybody.
Time frame rise, this whole session is taking place across pretty much the entirety of the campaign's time frame from fucking March.
He probably tried to talk to his ex and then just did not go over well.
Yeah, which would have been a scene if this was a good, well-structured movie and not a shitty campaign.
Exactly.
And with that, you go in the back room and he's sat in the little office with his this is what would have been the manager's office if the manager of this place wasn't also the manager of 12 bars and kept all of his stuff off-site.
Oh yeah. So it's basically it's a place where all the employees keep their shit.
Yeah. It's basically her office at this point.
Yeah.
Because
the assistant manager.
Not even. She's technically just a bartender, but she's treated like an assistant manager by everyone she's treated like a manager by everyone that works at the bar. Because she's got this bar has 3 bartenders. It's not a big bar. It's not a huge bar.
Yeah,
You're surprised it's still open. Yeah. As you go, and your brother's got as you go back, he's got a bunch of a bunch of Vermeil maps, images of the forest and stuff, pinned to the wall behind him and stuff. He just goes over, hey, he looks over, hey, how'd that talk with the doctor go?
regular humanoid legs.
All right, that's a good thing. I suppose. But look at this, and he starts showing you things like him. I've been trying
That
to
is
look
a
in.
map.
All right, he has like a few things on his computer. He's like, I've been looking into that site where you had your incident, and something definitely did crash. Like, look, there's a bunch of like phone footage, and there's a couple of little news stories, and the cover story they gave was that a satellite crashed, and like he's showing you all like this stuff. And look at this. Here's like the shots from before, and Vermeer Maps just had the satellite pass over their satellite pass overhead not long ago, and updated their satellite maps. And look, and you can see there's like a bunch of craters peppering that section of the forest. Whatever hit you wasn't the only one.
Oh.
And I
You
think
there's like a raccoon or deer me walking around out there somewhere?
I mean, there could be. But either way, I think the military, maybe they found whatever caused you. And that makes me wonder if they might be looking for, if one went missing.
I mean, like, I doubt it. There's probably so much scattered debris everywhere. Why would they even think that there was like one surviving piece of whatever this is? I mean, like, what are we even then? What are we supposed to do? Go up and ask, like, hey, Mister MP, can I like go check out your files about this mysterious crash landing? No.
I don't know. I guess I'm just on edge now. But your X-ray coming out fine is a positive.
Yeah. Look. It's fine. We're gonna be okay. Like, it's nothing weird. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Okay.
Right. Well, I guess for now you can just start training, and we can try and figure out more about you while you get ready for your football training.
Oh man, I'm really happy you decided to back me on this super vigilante thing, because like I don't really need that in my life right now. Like I can't go around saving people all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, oh, sorry, I just shifted a little and that hurt my back a little. Yeah. But yeah, he's like I said, like, just because you get these powers doesn't mean you're obligated to use them or anything. It's not like there's some ancient prophecy or some shit, you know?
Oh, can you imagine? He who shall run fast shall stop bad thing.
Yeah. And there's already all those other vigilantes. I mean, the Moth guy, the Fox dude, the American Monster.
I would call that a vigilante. It's a giant slug thing.
Oh, no, the slug thing was the one that fought. The American Monster's the turtle.
Oh, it's a turtle?
Yeah.
That's what that is?
Kinda, I guess. I mean, that's what all the merchandise says. Says he, like, pulls out, like, basically a baseball card.
There's baseball cards?
Yeah, they're trying to make all sorts of merchandise based on this person. They're basically the next Major Freedom.
They like that old detective show?
Yeah, he was real, you know.
It was? That dad just, I don't know, just like those reruns.
Yeah, no, the Major Freedom was like a Vietnam vet or some shit, a super soldier.
Huh.
Yeah. No, this guy's basically the new that, though. But like I said, we don't.
It's just a giant, giant turtle, and then the other guy's just a dude from Vietnam.
Yeah, the city doesn't need you helping protect it. But let's start trying to figure out more about you either way. Like, something happened to you. Like, we want to be sure you're not going to turn. Like, we want to make sure that you're going to be fine. You're not going to, like, I don't know, turn into some weird alien mutant thing with your synthetic cells and all that.
That would be bad.
Oh yeah, and I've been thinking about what to call those cells. You know, like, this is a whole new discovery, you know, because we've got plant cells, we've got animal cells, and then yours are made out of silicone. So what about, like, silica cells? Or yours are silicone based, so what about silica cells?
Sounds like a health and beauty thing.
I mean, you are pretty beautiful. It's a joke.
You're weird.
So how'd you get that girlfriend, though?
Oh my god.
And with that, we get...
I'm gonna dead arm him.
He...
But probably hit him way too hard.
Like, sort of like, knock him over. He's like, ah! We need to get to work on helping you train into limiting your strength.
I'm sorry.
Be like part nano. So, these aren't nano machines, these cells in him. They're silicone-based cells. They're a living organ. He's still a living organism, kind of, but he's like... I guess they aren't too dissimilar from, like... Sorry, I'm talking to chat because they were saying things. I don't know if you have chat visible for you.
No, I don't.
Some of the players will open up the stream on the side, so, like, on their phone or something, so they can see Twitch chat. Tyrant King in chat was just like, would synth cells be, like, part nano machine? So, like, the way the cells look, you know how, like, cells have, like, oh, here's the cell membrane / wall, and the nucleus, and the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. His has all of those, but they're all very, like, angular in shape. So it does all of the operations of a normal cell, but it's based on silicone and is a lot, stiffer, and they're hexagonal. And, and they're a lot more, like, when cells normally pack together, they're little blobby balls. These are, like, locking together, like, 3D hexagonal forms. Mm-hmm. I'm sort of describing the cell that is inside your body.
That's fine.
So...
Alright.
Part rock elemental? No, I wouldn't say rock elemental. Like I said, nanomachines might be kind of close. It more natural, a naturally occurring machinoid. Anyway, what would then come is like a time lapse of like you training physically in various ways and them testing things with you, and they would discover that you're like super enduring. Like
they start hitting me with like boards and stuff.
Yeah, and you realize like you start like in your training realize you can punch through like a fucking brick wall.
There's a scene where I'm sitting in the alleyway like drinking something and they drop like a cinder block on me.
Yeah. Jesus. Like once they realize you're indestructible or not indestructible, but can take a fucking beating. And yeah. So you realize you're like super strong, super enduring, and so you're like a lot of your training isn't even about like getting yourself up to snuff. It's about making sure you don't fucking go too far and draw too much attention.
And just fucking hurt somebody.
Yeah, and like don't like not only not hurt someone, but not breaking world records every fucking second. Making it so you're not suspicious. You get, like, put into the school newspaper, the miraculous recovery, blah, blah, blah. Soon enough, we start to lead up into, July 4th. The starting of the fucking the full, like, tryout period for next season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all coming together.
Which means you officially caught up. Powers like Captain America is very apt. He's super strong and super durable. Again, that's chat I'm looking at.
No, I have it open now.
Oh, you have it open now? Okay. But yeah, so, with that, we're at, like, the football tryouts, and, like, as you're, like, walking across campus, you look over and you can see like straight up some military guys walking around and talking with the staff.
Can I find any of like someone nearby? Be like, hey, what's going on over there?
Yeah. One looks over. Huh? Oh no. Apparently the military's asking about they're asking about some people. They're looking for anyone in school who owns like an old Vermeil Motors truck.
Oh, okay.
As in your head, you're just like, fuck.
Everything's falling apart. just as everything was coming together. What's wrong?
You just like nervously continue towards the training field.
Good thing that truck's not in my name.
And meanwhile, we cut to the military base, and they're talking. It's like, and you can see they've been reassembling the thing that they shot down. You know. And they're talking. They're like, we haven't or they're talking with the military general, which I should say the military general they are speaking to. Yeah, I should say his name.
Is that General Mills?
General Dylan Monroe.
Oh.
Yeah. They're talking with...
That doesn't mean anything to me.
He's a reoccurring character. They're talking with General Monroe, and they're like, we've yet to get any leads on the possible final crash sites. A lot of people in the city own own those trucks. We currently have some people asking around the local university to see if we can't figure if it might have anything to do with that. Considering a lot of teens and college students like using that hill as a meeting point. Bump my mic. Seriously? You think a college student would steal a piece of advanced military equipment and hide it away, or advanced alien equipment and hide away with it? Well, stop wasting your time there. Either way, we already found one of those pods. I think we should do some experimentation. What do you mean, sir? You said it's full of some sort of nano machines, right? Silicone cells, sir. They're like, they look like artificial cells. Get Cerulean on the phone. Let's see who can't soup up some of their devices. And with that, we cut back again to you, like, you're in the lineup of all the people at tryouts, all way off to the side is you can see Maximilian in the distance, like, gladly talking with a few of his friends, chatting.
Yeah,
and you're
he'd be just immediately on the team. He wouldn't have to try out.
Oh, you're probably right. Well, oh yeah, you probably would need to do tryouts. Yeah, neither of you would.
No, not me. I would have to do tryouts.
You think?
Maximilian would just be brought back immediately.
Yeah, all right. I'm not good with sport things.
So like there's like walk-ons and stuff. So I'd be walking on for this year.
Okay. So there's like I'm bad with sports, so I can't describe this scene very well. But what precedes is a series of you doing the like different tests for getting onto the football team, And interspliced with that is scenes of the head of Cerulean Industries, Percy, chatting with the military guy, and then they're like putting together a robot. And it's sort of like vaguely like think Boston Dynamics robot, but make it a little bit like more angular and a little bit like more angular in certain regards, like in terms of like the curvature of the body and the limbs, but may give it more of like a little bit more broad shaped. But it's less wide in the torso. It's a lot more compact in its design, so it's more human per scale than a Boston Dynamics robot. And they're putting it together, and like it gets to the moment where like they're like you're doing the last of the training, and then they take like one of the like little pod things that was in the device, and they start injecting it into these tubes that are running through the android, and we get like a zoom in as it's like the cells are going through the walls of the tube and sort of reassembling parts of the robot. And they and then it cuts like they cut into the thing, and they're like, it's showing them like picking the like writing up and picking the people who are on the team, and then they call out they call out William Clay, and you're just like, yes. And with that, it then cuts to the like as you're like, yes, it cuts to the robot, its eyes lighting up red, and it sits up. And all the other football team, members of the team from before are over. They're like, yeah, welcome back, Clay. It's gonna be great to have you. Like, they're all like just super excited that you're back,
Beautiful. Yeah, nothing can go wrong.
And then we cut to the.
Oh no, it all went wrong.
We then cut to all the guys over at the robot, and they're like, incredible. It turned on from this, or the cells acted as a power source for it. You see, they have all like these devices trained around, and they're like, hang on, something weird's going on. All of our readouts are changing on it. Our sensors, they're cutting off. It's showing the machine is non-operational. What do you mean non-operational? I mean, like, everything we have says that it's not working, but that the robot's not working, but it clearly is. Prerogative found. And like it like sits up and looks around. They all look at it as it like speaks, or as it starts speaking. Goal 1, terraformation has failed. Attempting to new priority. Attempt to reassemble pods. Re-prepare for terraforming. Did that thing just say terraforming? I believe so, sir. Shut it off. We can't. We don't have any connections to it. And then it just stands up, and they all look over nervously, and it just like fucking turns, and it like again robot Terminator / RoboCop type vision starts identifying everybody, and then X-ray vision through one wall and like several walls, and you see the outline of the satellite parts appear. Primary chassis located, and it just leans back, points its hands back, and the hands completely restructure and turn into big like jet engine rockets, and it launches itself through the wall into the satellite pieces. And it collides with all of them, and little robot arms start reaching out of it, grabbing all of the pieces and pulling them into it and reassembling it. And so it goes from like a sort of vaguely humanoid shape, and it becomes a large, angular, almost like humanoid arachnid crab creature with 4 big legs, 6 arms running all around a large, wide torso, and a big triangular head shape. And like little tendrils coming out of it.
Cut back to me doing the cha-cha slide in the men's bathroom in the locker.
Yeah. Or actually, I was gonna say, here's a lead into that cut. It then like has it like fully puts the piece on. Chassis regained. Seeking out remaining terraforming pods. Nearest one. 46 kilometers away, or I'm not really good with measurements, whatever distance away, and it like zooms in with its X-ray vision.
46 kilometers away.
And it's and we just see a fucking outline of you doing the cha-cha slide, and when that vision goes away, we're in the room with you, like all of the team celebrating with you.
Guys. I know exactly where we need to go to celebrate.
They all look like they're like, oh, where, what, huh?
Sullivan's.
Yeah! They all start to head to Sullivan's. You know, you guys all get inside a fucking a truck and start driving. You know, we're just driving along, you know, having a good time, and we're like, you like click on the radio. You have the radio on as you're sort of talking with each other, and you just hear like or as you guys are driving and talking, you hear on the radio, it's like, words. A large creature has been seen flying through Discordant City's skyline. Police are advising everybody to stay indoors, and they switch over to like loud music, and are like, yeah! You know, as you guys are starting to arrive towards Sullivan's, they all start heading in, and then you sort of like look off, sort of like happily, you know, so that's sort of like kind of movement, you know, and you just see a big.
Everything's looking up.
You see just a big the big robot thing with a big like engine underneath it, and its legs spinning around like helicopter blades come around the corner and look at you. Terraforming cells located. Prepare. So Mr. Krabs is after him. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Sorry. But it's like, terraforming cells located. Beginning recollection.
I turn and I immediately book it away.
like just running down the road,
Yeah.
and the thing's moving at like starts chasing after you. And now we officially enter the combat a combat sequence. So yeah. So you get first it's your turn first before right now. You got a major action and a minor action. What do you plan to do?
I will minor action be like, major action. I'm gonna full tilt sprint as fast as I can to get away from whatever the fuck this thing is.
So your current goal is escape the creature.
Escape.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your dice. You get
athletics and
the super strength,
which would be
2 more dice. So you get 3 bonus dice. Oh, I should say challenge level is going to be challenge level of 3, the upper end of average. So that's sort of like 1 would be very easy, 2 would be easy, 3 is normal, where like it's sort of kind of hard to pass.
Okay, I have a 9, an 8, an 8.
So that is enough to successfully pass with at least 1 point. You're starting to evade the creature pursuing you.
And I will minor action be like, hey man, I don't know what your deal is, but maybe we should talk this out.
Technically that's a free action, but yeah, the thing's just continuing to move toward you, and as you're running, you know, it like starts moving in towards you, and it's like its tendrils start like pointing in your direction and like expanding out of its body, like moving further. And
no.
All of a sudden in your head,
my brother sent me a meme like this once.
Oh god, that's a hero point. God, you know, this is how you imagined like us framing the character of your brother when we first talked about him.
We never really, we should have talked more like about it.
Yeah, but I kind of love the angle that it's gone with now.
Some awkward lanky dude.
Yeah, awkward lanky dude, kind of neckbeardy.
So this would be just.
Oh, what I was gonna say is, as you're running, all of a sudden, like, your eyes, like you see, like, a sort of a red tint come over your vision, and, like, weird symbols appearing in the corners of your eyes, and you basically get a UI, like, a video game UI in your eyes.
I think that would cause me to, like, biff it into, like, a wall.
Yeah.
Because it would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, and you start hearing, like, beeping in your head, like...
I rub my eyes, trying to get whatever it is out of my eyes, because I think I'm seeing shit. Something got in my eyes.
And as you look at the creature, you're again, it's like flying towards you, and then your arm, like, you see like text appear on in your vision, and like outline of your body appearing, and then you see a bunch of red lines running through the outline of your body, and they run from your chest down towards your legs and all of that, like almost like tracing your skeletal structure, you realize, and like around your like sort of through your skin, like almost as if it's tracing out parts of your body but not all of it. And it's all originating, like, you know how on one side of your chest is the heart? The source of the imagery is coming from like the opposite end of your chest, and then you see more red lines traced down your right or left arm pick.
Left arm. Sorry, right arm.
Right arm. Trace around your right arm, and you see it showing it like changing shape, and as it does, all of like various parts of your arm extend out with little like what look almost like little robot arms, and then flip around in your... Do you want to describe what it looks like?
It's... How do I say? It is a somewhere of a mix of, like, Generator Rex and Astro Boy, to where, like, he very much looks human, and he's very much, like, still very fleshy. But like, that like, flesh kind of, like, hardens into, like, a weird, like...
metallic-y look.
And then it like and then like my hand kind of like falls back, and it like it's so hard to describe.
Like widens out a little bit, almost into like a jet engine-y like, shape. Would you say?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, and he's got an arm cannon. And your arm outside of your control points up at the creature and fucking fires a blast, and it sort of like causes the thing to move away, and like instead of grabbing you, it dodges. Hostility detected.
You're hostile to me.
Cyber organic material. Perfect wording, Tyrant King. Hero points to Tyrant King.
Did that blast end up hitting anything at all?
It very lightly hit the side of a like the corner of a skyscraper, putting a perfectly cut hole through like 2 windows.
Huh. Okay, can't do that here. I look around. What's around me? Describe the area around where I'm at. Like, what's going on? Is there a lot of people?
With Heart of Action, I'm generally intentionally vague on surroundings to allow the players to like influence what's happening. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, it can potentially be there. If it's within reason, I'll just say yes. Sometimes though, I might be like, for a hero point, yeah.
I was thinking this can probably be a pretty heavily crowded area.
All right, that's fair.
Mostly,
yeah.
Not as many pedestrians.
And I imagine you've got like your hoodie up, so like nobody, like people don't quite see your face yet, and a bunch of people are looking over like, "What the hell? Oh, monster!"
Okay, I gotta get you somewhere where there's less people. Where are there less people? Is there an alleyway? I'm gonna take him. No. Yeah, if I cut into an alleyway, it's small and he won't be able to get through there.
So, alright, you turn and start running down the alleyway. Okay. So, that's like the start of it. I basically made the enemy miss their turn because of your attack. So I'm gonna say entering an alleyway is your minor action, and you would still have a major action as it tries to follow you and is like, now having to navigate the cramped environment.
Okay. What do I do? What do I need to call? Who do I talk? What do I need to do? And I'm gonna pull out my phone.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna group call my siblings.
I love it.
As I'm running down the alleyway.
This is Tiger King. Me giving you hero points a joke. Sadly, I'm giving individual viewers hero points and tracking them as a thing that is used would be way too difficult to keep track of. Sorry. But yeah, fucking you group call your sister and she's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Thank you, Tiger King. I love you.
I appreciate the sentiment of wanting to help. Yeah, I'm a big old bully. Big mean man. Oh, I'm such a meanie.
God.
I'm going to Amber Heard you all.
Don't say that. Dad. Naughty.
Sorry. Call me naughty again.
No. No.
So anyway, fucking, you call them, she's like, "Hey bro, all your friends just showed up here, where are you?"
There's a giant robot, it's attacking me and I can't get away.
It's the military trying to get you, I know what happened. Your brother says.
It's trying to absorb me, I don't know. It's got tentacles, I'm running away. Turn on the TV.
Alright, and so I'm just, I just realized I'm connected to global chat by mistake. There we go. They sort of like clicking on the TV and see, like, looking for the news reports of what's happening. Well, what do you gotta do something? You gotta do something.
What? I don't know where to go. I'm running through alleyways. It's big and it can't get me.
So are you just gonna continue your run action at this point?
I need to find a place that doesn't have a lot of people, of course, but I'm in dead center in the middle of the city. Is there like a central city park, like Central Park?
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw out 2 locations you can try and make your way to. Oh, a junkyard's a good call from Tiger King. Okay, 3.
But we
There's
are in the middle of a city.
there's a oh well yeah, junkyards usually are in the middle of cities. They're the outskirts. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
So, you can either try and make your way to the Central Park, or you can try and go to a there's an abandoned mall you know of. Also, I'm gonna give you a hero point for the smart thinking of like the thinking of like I gotta get this thing to a place where civilians won't be in danger.
Because I saw the build, like my cannon just like cleave a building, so I was like, maybe it's a bad idea.
Yeah. So abandoned mall or park.
Park.
Park. All right.
Yes.
Hang on. Okay, I'm just thinking about what was happening. Man, okay, I gotta throw out in an alternate time stream that is no longer canon. There was totally another villain battle happening in this park. I think. Oh no, it was would have been a couple days ago, not the same day. Never mind. So you fucking you said the park is where you're picking, right?
Yeah. Of
Yes,
course, getting there, do I have to cross any like a large body, like getting onto a bridge or something? Do I have to like
no
cross?
bodies of water, but you would definitely be passing through roads and stuff. So here's how I'm going to
God.
treat it. So at this point, I'm actually going to change this. So the park is 6. Or hang on, I'm gonna set it. Hold on, let me get something better than this. It's going to be 10 points away.
It's a robot, so maybe if I could also like drown in a body of water or something.
That's a good thinking. But real quick, boom, you've already got 1 success towards moving towards the park. Going forward, it's going to be evading this robot is going to be level 3 challenges consistently. Every single time you get at least 3 successes, you will flip over one of these tiles. Every success beyond 3 is another flip. This is to get toward your destination of the park.
Gotcha, baby.
Yeah. So, gonna use your major action to run more.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, down here, there's gonna be a combat sequence going for if it attacks you.
I have 3 major successes.
Oh man, those are they are bursting successes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And then 2 regular ones.
So with those 3, you can just re-roll the 3 dice that are already there, because each of those gives you another roll.
1 success.
Ooh, which is technically. Oh, I know, it would be 1 for the initial 3 plus 2 more. And because you got double the success level required, that is a exploding success, which means something extra good would happen. So I'm gonna say, you know, you're running from it and you're like picking up speed. You're dipping and dodging back and forth. Again, moving at like pretty close to car speeds, but having to like slow it down as you're turning between areas. And the robot is like, as it's going after you. It is, here's what I'm going to say your level of success is. It's starting to lose track of your position, and it's basically going to miss its next turn. Because you're evading it so well.
I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to like catch my breath and figure out where I'm going and what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like, am I still in contact with my siblings?
Yes, you still have your phone.
Guys, I think I lost it. I think I lost it. Oh, I don't know what to do.
All right, that's you got a weird.
I'm at a Euro stand on some street corner.
Do you mean gyro?
What?
You just said Euro stand.
No, it's a Euro. It's not a gyro.
And they'll confuse your brothers like the sandwich.
Turkish man is giving me weird looks. Okay, stop.
All right. What do we do about a robot? And your brother, he's like, hold on. Hey, the style of that robot, it didn't look normal. You don't think it's whatever?
I didn't really think about how normal the robot tentacles looked.
You don't think it's whatever did this to you trying to get it back, do you?
Hope not.
Oh. Maybe,
Because whatever it is, it's inside me, and that means it has to pull stuff out from inside me.
Maybe if you can get the thing to a body of water, you can damage it, or they just reopened a nuclear power plant outside of Discordant.
Their power plant? I don't want to blow up the city.
You don't need to blow it up. If you can get that thing into the core, that's water and it's radiation. I don't care how foreign of a body this thing is, that's not good for anything.
It's not good for me either.
Well, I mean, you don't have to go into the cooling chamber, you just need to lower it into there.
Oh my god. Where is it? Where's the thing at? Wait.
Hold on, and he starts screen share. He starts like sort of like screen share, or no, he flips around his phone to face his laptop, and he basically gives you like the Google or the Vermeil Maps directions to it.
Okay, that's farther away. Let's go. All right.
Change in location is gonna move you back down by 1 space.
Fine.
And now you get another action. So I assume you're gonna run. Your minor action, I'm gonna say, was forming your plan. Holy shit, you're rolling really good. And then
first.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll one of your dice again. Oh, sorry. I was moving this one, so I think you would roll the other one. If you don't want me moving the things around for you, let me know.
No, it's fine. 3.
Okay.
I didn't succeed. But another double.
Yeah. So, you're moving so efficiently that you are like easily again, I'm gonna call it the same thing. Enemy misses their next turn because you're staying so far away from it.
As I'm talking to them, I'm taking another minor action to talk to them. My vision's weird, guys. Guys, everything's different. I can see like the electrical currents in the walls.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Everything's red. I think I'm dying.
I'm not gonna mention the arm.
My arm turned into a cannon.
Yeah, I mean, you like hold it up and they're like, whoa.
I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out.
Whoa, hang on, it's like that video game, Ultra, hang on, I'm trying to think of a name that is like a knockoff of, hang on, it's like that.
Supra.
Supra is a game, in the title of a video game too, though.
Is this? Ah, nuts.
Yes.
Ulto Man?
Ultimate Man. It's like that video game, Ultimate Man, the android guy.
What? I'm a robot?
I mean, I guess they are silicone-based cells, maybe. Never mind. What we gotta do is like... Alright, Easter. Maybe it's like a instinctive thing, like maybe you got like battle equipment in you and it detected the threat?
I don't know, but I nearly blew up a building, and I don't need that today. On a lighter note, I got back on the team, guys. That's great!
Hey, congratulations! Just try not to do anything to stand out too much.
And there I am running through the city, like motorcycle speeds and a bright orange hoodie.
With a robot arm?
The robot arm.
Or a cannon arm?
I think my shoes have probably like just been destroyed at this point. Just like obliterated from the amount of force they're getting put on them.
Yeah. But yeah, now you got another turn, so I assume you're gonna keep running.
Oh god, I think it's tracking me. I don't know, I can't lose it.
Yeah, like, I imagine you keep just barely getting sight of it, but you're running so fast you're keeping it, like, far enough away to do anything. Which, speaking of doing so, was super good. And you can re-roll one of the dice.
Oh, but I did get a 1.
Oh, so that will destroy a success. The cannon is not a railgun, more of a laser gun. You can, keep in mind, keep an eye on the star point stuff. You can choose to... hell yeah, so that's another roll. You can pay a star points to get rid of that one and get the success back if you wanted to.
That's fine, I still got 6.
Which,
yeah, I guess I'll do that.
I mean, at this point, it's not gonna... You don't even need to. You've made it to your destination. So, yeah, you arrive at the nuclear power plant. Oh, hang on. Yeah, fuck. Hang on.
Hey, I run up to the guard shack. Hey, there's a giant robot coming.
What?
There's a giant robot coming. You should get out of here.
How big's giants? Do I need to get the
big.
military?
Talking like tank big.
It's more like like two ATV vehicles stacked on top of each other.
Oh, I thought you made it sound like it was like
Yeah, sorry.
small, like a vehicle size.
Yeah, it's like I said,
It's big enough for me to be like, it's big.
Yeah.
You should evacuate.
Oh, who the hell are you?
I'm Guy. Nice to meet. I'm a Guy. All right, cool talk. Bye bye.
I'm gonna throw. Do you want at this moment your brother to call out your hero name for you, making him the one that named you?
I wouldn't be the one who decided that, would I?
What?
I wouldn't be the one who decided that, would I?
That's what I'm letting you call as a player.
No. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, as you're like, he's like, who the hell are you? Like, just some guy. And actually, no, your sister's the one who wanted you to be here. She goes, he's the invincible Terran.
That's so dumb. That's so stupid. I take my arm cam and I blast the gate.
And you run through. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have a better name?
Shut up.
I thought we said
I didn't even think of a name. You know why? Because I wasn't going to do this. But here I am. I'm in a nuclear power plant. Everyone get out of the power plant. Get out!
You hit like the fire alarm and all the people start to evacuate. And with that, the robot arrives on scene. So the nuclear power plant, it's got the so if you've never actually seen like a nuclear power plant up close,
Yeah, I have. I don't spend a lot of time at nuclear.
Hang on. I'm just looking at images to make sure I have my head right on what I'm thinking. So like, hang on. Yeah, generally like the cool. Hang on. So I'm going to post an image of sort of how they work into the Discord gas network. If Discord will cooperate with me. Let me go ahead and show that shit on stream now. Oh, I did the thing where I sent the image twice. Where's the button? Okay, now we're showing the Discord on stream, right? Hang on, is not showing it. There we go. So like, yeah, usually all of the radioactive stuff is kept in a separate, smaller building. And the coolant tower we see is just where they're pumping water around to, you know?
Okay, I'm at the smokestack. I don't know what a nuclear power plant is.
And the smokestack is elevated, so you can, like, the entire bottom you can just, like, walk into. It's like there's not, like... It doesn't smoothly connect to the ground like a lot of people would think. Like, I'm gonna try and post another image. Hold on. Sorry, there's movement outside. So you can see, like, you see how, like, at the bottom of the smokestack there's sort of like a zigzag?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all, like, open passageways that you could go to. And let me see if because I'm just trying to give you imagery so you can, like, imagine your surroundings better. And this is what they would look like from the inside. It's like, what we usually associate with a nuclear power plant isn't even the main nuclear power plant, it's just like a side building, you know? It's where they're getting rid of a lot of the older water, or a lot of the water to, like... Or it's where they're cycling the water to reuse it, kind of. You know?
Okay. I'm at the cooling tower.
Right, so, hang on. Sorry, now I'm just looking at Uh, and like you can see, like in the middle of it would be this thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
There you go. Yeah, sorry, just making sure I got all the images that would be necessary up. Words. Also, I'm gonna choose to not answer Tyrant King's question, but I'm acknowledging that he asked a question, so because I want to just ignore him. So, as you you see you're at the cooling tower, and your sister's like, wait, isn't that like the main part of the building? Your brother's like, no, actually, that's just sort of like a side structure.
What?
Yeah, like
why didn't you say that?
So there's gonna be another building. It's either gonna look like sort of a bullet shape or like a giant circle.
Oh my god, okay.
That's where anything radioactive would be. But what you really want is... Alright, do you want to try and fry this thing with radiation, or do you want to wet it?
To die!
Well, I don't know which option would kill it, and then as you're like still standing in the smokestack, the thing like flies in. Target located. Yeah, so it's like flying down on you.
Look, buddy, maybe we can talk about this.
Retrieval of primary operation components absolutely necessary.
Behind you!
Did you say behind you?
Yeah.
Roll a charm check. I'm going to make this level 5 in difficulty.
I have team leader.
Team leader does not apply to this check.
I'm trying to lead it in deception.
No, I'm team leader is not going to apply.
Shit and die.
Did you say shit and die or eat shit and die? Because one of those is my fetish.
Okay. I have a roll. Is a 5 a success?
No. A 5 is a
but I take it
failure.
a burst.
Yes. Oh yeah. It's worth emphasizing, if you had wanted to buy extra dice, that's done before you roll. At this point, you have to pay for gaining extra successes. Sorry.
Okay, may I hook it another burst?
Oh,
Very close.
I mean, I have had that happen. In one session, somebody, they got 3 successes and a burst, which burst, which burst, which burst, which burst. So, they just got a fucking huge success. But yeah, so you say that and it just doesn't even react. With this, we're now going to lead into basically a reset of turn sequence of a proper combat. So, I'm gonna let you get first major and minor action.
First thing I'm gonna do is like, I'm gonna try to shoot it with my cannon again. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna point my cannon at it. Okay, blast it, do the thing, do it. Shoot.
Yeah, and just by thinking about it, you can start charging the particle beam.
It's charged. 3.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, let's get you 2 dice to roll for your bursts. That's a bad roll. Oh.
What, another burst?
Go ahead and roll that pink again. Oof. So honestly, what I would recommend as a DM at this point would be to fucking spend the necessary star points, 3 star points to get rid of those 3 failures. And deal 2 damage to your enemy.
These don't get rid of bursts, though, do they?
They do.
They do get rid of bursts. Interesting. Okay. I guess.
So you want to spend the 3 star points?
I'll spend the 3 star points.
So they eat up the critical failures, or the crashing failures. Which means you deal 2 damage to the opponent, because you needed a bare minimum 3 to deal the first one, and every point beyond is an additional damage.
Haha! Oh, it worked! It worked! Guys, this is really cool!
So, as you had fired it, you sort of like blasted out a side, like an entire side of it, and you see it just starts like expanding out and refilling in the piece that was lost instantly.
cool. That's not cool at all.
Hostility detected.
I
Matching
wasn't hostile before. I just wanted a hug, guys. I just wanted a hug. I made a mistake.
matching threat. And it turns one of its big old arms into what looks almost like a giant crab claw with a cannon like yours in it.
Oh god, I'm gonna fucking use my minor action that I have left to like full tilt sprint back to the nuclear plant.
Oh, that's very smart call. Yeah, you can totally do that to change location. See, so rarely are minor actions actually used by the players that I'm almost constantly overlooking that they have them. So yeah, you move out of the area you're into so you move out from the smoke tower into sort of like the parking lot area, and you can see a large, you know, the Epcot Center?
Yes.
A building looks kind of like that.
I see it in the picture, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the like when you are running towards it, you're still carrying your phone. Your brother's like, that looks like the place.
I'm amazed I still have service out here.
I mean, you're just at the edge of the city. I imagine it's on like the coastline, like in like sort of the southern end of the city. It had been shut down, so some fun lore for the audience. The nuclear power plants had been shut down for years due to nuclear fear after Chernobyl, leading it to be shut down. It's only recently been reopened now that the American monster exists and can eat all nuclear radiation, meaning there's no downside to nuclear power plants anymore.
Guys, it can regenerate. It can regenerate, guys.
That seems bad, and your brother's like, but to what level? Like, it needs matter if it's gonna do that, right?
I don't know.
If you just keep wailing on it, there has to be a point where it can't keep healing.
Yeah, no, that sounds easier said than done. It's got an arm cannon like me now.
Well, try not to get hit. And with that, it flies out and it flies out from underneath, charging its laser. Target acquired, and it's gonna try and shoot you.
It's like, as it like the explosion goes off, I go, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to dodge.
Okay. So go ahead and roll like normal. Okay.
Oh, athletics.
Yeah, I'll allow athletics to apply.
I suppose strength wouldn't.
No, I'm gonna say super strength does not.
Ooh.
So that's 3 plus 2 more. So it fires and you sort of like, you run to the side and it misses you, and that's when you yell like, brother, fuck you! Also, I'm gonna give you a hero point for that one. But yeah. So, the fucking... Yeah, you successfully avoid the attack, meaning it's back to your turn now.
I'm gonna minor action move further in.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna say I don't exactly know how this section of the power plant would look.
That's fine. We can just make stuff up.
Yeah.
We already have ruined football.
Oops, I was typing on the wrong keyboard. Hang on.
Stop saying things, Tyrant King.
Whoa. You're so mean.
Don't say those things to me, Tyrant King. How dare
What,
you?
the
Don't
tentacles having their own cannons?
Yeah, shut up. Don't say those
Okay,
things.
I found some good imagery. It looks like generally what the main building is a large structure with a pool of water inside that they would submerge nuclear material into.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see if I can't post it into the Discord. So, something like that. Now, of course, we're gonna have fun and sci-fi this up. So, the power plant was previously built by an older company, but is now owned by Cerulean Industries. So there's all these like nice bright blue color schemes and paintings, and the Cerulean Innovations. Sorry, the Cerulean Innovations logo.
You can safely swim on the top.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's when you get about halfway down, you die.
That makes sense. Goddamn, these are so cool looking, actually. Sorry, now I'm just enamored by images of the inside of the nuclear power plant.
Focus, Ulrich. Focus.
Fuck you.
Think Ulrich.
But yeah, so you arrive inside, you run inside of the building, and there's all like the layout of the building is it's a big circular building full of like monitoring rooms and a few catwalks that run over the central room. And you can see the central room, is glowing bright blue, and you can see the radioactive material way down on the inside.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Where are you coming from, buddy? Where are you coming from?
And it flies inside the room, sort of like, just in from like the doorway you came in through is where it's coming in through.
Can I, with a free action, jump up onto one of the catwalks?
I'm gonna say part of your minor action can let you make your way to a catwalk that's on your level.
Perfect. Can I do that?
Yeah, so that's a continuation of your minor action.
Okay.
And then what are you gonna do with your major action?
I want to take another shot at it.
All right, go ahead and roll.
My athletics on a part of that.
Nope.
For aiming.
Nope.
Fuck you. Can I team lead myself?
No.
Oh, that's 3 successes. It was a 7. It was an 8.
Yeah, I saw it was good. Alright, which is enough to pass and boop, deal 1 debt. So you fire at it and hit it again. And I imagine, like, you start charging the beam and then you're like, wait, fuck, I'm in a nuclear power plant. I can't hit this thing too hard. And your beam loosens in charge and it fires just enough to hurt it and not blast through it. Almost on an instinct of you knowing you don't want to be too damaging here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, ugly! Come and get me!
It starts flying towards you, and you do notice it has a serial number on it. I meant to mention this earlier, but I realized I forgot to mention it. This is like the serial number that was on the military parts of it. But the serial number is now meshed with one of the alien symbols from the satellite, so it looks like it says, V1, what was it? V1C3. But the V is like an alien symbol, not an actual V. So it had the serial number of like, its original serial number was 91C3, but now it says V1C3, so it looks like it says Vice. In Leet speak. Haha. Villain name. Are you there, Wilhelm?
Yes, I'm putting my hero notes in our DMs because I feel like it'd be easier for me to find.
Oh, I appreciate that. Anyway, hang on. So, the things, like, you were like, hey, ugly, and like trying to wave it down to you, and it's gonna like, so I mentioned that it's like spinning its legs like helicopter blades. It's gonna basically start like flying towards you and try and like fire, or it's gonna try and fire its cannon at you actually while staying above right now.
I will attempt to dodge, whilst trying to like I'll dodge by jumping over to another catwalk.
All right, I'm gonna actually. There we go. I've locked down the challenge markers, so now you can like highlight without picking them up by mistake. So here's your. Oh wait, you don't get super strength for dodge. So there's your dice for your dodge.
Oh.
Doom.
Failed.
So that means you would take 2 damage, but you have super endurance, so you're only gonna take 1. So you dive and it sort of nicks you with the blast, and the rest of the blast goes down into the water and evaporates as it goes through the water, like kicking up a bunch of steam.
Do I still successfully get over to the next catwalk?
You grab onto the ledge of the catwalk and like start hoisting yourself up.
I look down at my wound.
You look and it's sort of like burned your leg, and you see like your pants are on fire a little bit, and you see your skin singed away, like it burned a part of your leg off, but you can see your bone looks almost metallic. And then immediately, like little strands move out across your body and starts like close the wound again.
Okay,
And-
that's weird.
In the visual UI of your head, your eyes, you have like a little image of you in the corner of your vision that is like the leg like glows like red and then like looks fine.
Okay, guys.
How are you still carrying your phone?
I am.
Yeah. No, you know what? You dropped your phone when you dodged and had to grab onto the catwalk, and it fell into the reactor.
I didn't critically fail.
Yeah, no, that's fair. As you jumped, you sort of when you grabbed, you threw the phone, and your phone's teetering on the far end of the catwalk.
Ooh. Can I go over and get it as a minor action?
Do you want to pull yourself up and then grab it as a minor action?
I'm not that smart.
Okay, hero point for doing a lesser thing. So I imagine you sort of swing a little bit, let go, and then grab the other side, and your phone your phone falls down. You catch it between your legs.
Okay, gonna put it in my shirt pocket.
Your brother's like, try and take its cannon out. Take its cannon out.
Shut up! I'm trying. Major action. I'd like to attempt to beam the cannon with it.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Cannon on cannon action. Come on, baby. Daddy needs his sixes.
Baby. Ooh, potentially very good roll. Go ahead and re-roll that 4.
Come on, give me a burst.
Do you want to spend the hero points to make sure you pass?
Yeah, that'd be good.
So you deal 1 damage, and then you blast its arm, and its arm is sort of temporarily disabled, and it starts trying to reform the arm. And as its turn rolls in, it's gonna basically try and fly down at you and cut you up with its spinning legs.
Oh God, can I try to monkey bar over to another catwalk?
Yes, one-handed monkey bar over. Actually, I'm gonna say athletics applies at this point to the style.
I would argue that strength would apply.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Strength and athletics are applying to this style of dodging at this point.
1 critical failure, but the rest are
Mostly successes.
take that one away.
Yeah, that's enough to dodge either way. So you are you're throwing yourself across the zigzagging catwalks, and it's just flying towards you, trying to get you. It's got a little rocket booster as well as the helicopter spinners,
Jeez, is it ripping apart the catwalks as we're going?
Yeah, throwing pieces of metal out and down into the water below. You gotta knock it down! Knock it down!
Shut up! I am dying!
I imagine in the bar somebody pops in the back room. What are you two yelling about? The video game he's playing. Don't worry. And your sister slams the door shut on the guy.
Hey,
don't
boss,
worry.
We're out of beer. Shut up, go away.
Yeah, no, it's one of the teens pops in and it's what are you guys yelling at? Video game my brother's playing. Just go ahead and keep grabbing more drinks behind the beer. I'll put it on your tab. And she slams the door shut.
Fantastic.
Whoa, his sister said we could have as much beer as we want. Kind of hot though, not gonna lie.
Kick their fucking asses.
So, what are you gonna do with your action?
It's a helicopter, it's got a jet engine. I'm gonna try to take out its rotors with my cannon.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the 5 dice.
That's very good.
Oh. Go ahead and re-roll the 2. Oh! Go ahead and roll. If you spend a hero point, it will go from 2 damage to 3.
Sure, let's do that.
Alright. So you blast out a bunch of its rotors, and it's now struggling to stay afloat with just the jet engine. It starts extending its tentacles out and grabs onto some of the remaining catwalks.
Is it still trying to reach out and grab me?
I was gonna say at this point it's reformed its cannon and no longer trying to grab you. It's instead gonna point its cannon at you and try and fire on you.
Okay.
Remember, as a reaction, you are allowed to counterattack, but at disadvantage.
No. Can I instead
take the hit and then just try to tank it in an attempt to get close to it?
Yes, I'm going to call that a block action, in which case I'm going to go ahead and say you get a bonus die due to your endurance. Actually, no, the endurance automatic, yeah.
It just reduces 1 damage.
Yeah, so I'm going to say in that case, to tank the hit is a level 2 challenge thanks to your endurance.
Tight.
So, go ahead and roll. Oh, no! Oh! Oh! That's the kind of rolls that are painful.
It is what it is.
You can throw 2 hero points at it and go from a fail that deals 2 damage to a pass.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so here's how I'm gonna frame it. It fires its cannon at you, and you throw yourself forward, point your cannon at it, firing your beam, and the beams collide, and you go through it, and then you land down, and you're holding onto its claw arm.
What I'm trying to do is I was trying to get close enough to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then with my major action, I wanted to grab a hold of its damaged spinners.
Uh-huh. And try
grab it mid-air and then whip it down into the tank.
Oh, like trying to do like a spin throw?
Yes.
Okay, so now it's your turn. This is gonna be back to level 3 challenges, and I'm gonna allow your strength and athletics to apply. Okay. Go ahead and re-roll this blue. So, you're doing enough to deal 1 damage, at least. Do you want a hero point it to make it 2? Actually, in theory, if you spent 4 hero points, you could make it full 3 to bring it right to the brink. What are you thinking?
Yes.
All right. So you're gonna make it a full 3?
Yeah.
All right. So that's 4 hero points.
Well, I have a full 3.
Well, no. So these 3 are 1 damage. A hero point to get rid of this would make it 2 damage, and then an additional 3 hero points to gain extra success means 4 hero points.
Yeah, take 4 of my hero points.
Yeah, to get it onto the brink of death.
Which is it being blasted down into the tank.
Yeah, it's like you like grab onto it and then like throw yourself up off the claw, point or no, you grab onto the rotors when you throw yourself up, point the cannon down, blast into it, and like you blast through the top, disable its engine, and knock it down. It falls into the water. And it's like sinking down towards the radioactive material, and it's going to like it starts like sparking and like glitching and like it looks fucked up, and it's gonna try and like aim its cannon toward you again, and like. Alright, so we cut to its vision as it's like scanning you, seeing you as a threat, and it's like trying to point at you, and it's getting a similar UI to what you have, and it sees all like the damage on its body, and it's like it scans you, and it's like vision, it's like language is like flickering between alien lettering and English lettering, because it's got sort of the thing is it's got like a mix of the coding that the military tried to put in along with its original, and it's flickering back and forth, and it's like. It scans you. It's the text is like threat too great, odds of success minimal. Reprioritizing, target elimination, acceptable alternative. Large enough explosion will lead to dispersal of terraforming agent, and it spins around and you see it point its particle cannon at the reactive material in the water, and you can see it's gonna try and fire its cannon at the nuclear waste or at the nuclear agent.
Fuck. Oh god, that caused a nuclear reaction?
That would cause a nuclear explosion. It's gonna try and blow up the nuclear power plant. On its turn, meaning if you want to stop it, you have to stop it via a reaction. What are you gonna do?
Oh god, because if it blows up the city, we're all dead.
Yeah, in theory, it would definitely cause some fucking devastation.
I want to dive into the tank, into the hole I made.
Into the hole in the robot?
Yeah.
And what are you getting?
If it's trying to take control of me,
it won't try and attack? Is that your thought process?
no, that means I could try to take control of it.
Okay. Are you gonna vocalize this to your siblings?
I could take over.
What do you mean take over? Like your sister seems like
to assimilate it.
Hang on. He's not too far off. What are you talking about? Hang on, like your brother's thinking the designs of the thing. If we look, like he is like trying to like point things out. He's like, if we look for like the right part, maybe it's like he's like clearly trying to find the words. Like it keeps saying something about terraforming agents and terraforming cells. What if it has the cells that are in him? Try and get like its blood or something. And yeah, imagine you dive down and in and go ahead and roll. I'm gonna let you roll with all your bonuses because you're making it a melee attack, which I was expecting to try and shoot it.
Dumb bitch. You dumb motherfucker.
This is gonna come with a disadvantage because
no,
it is the enemy's turn, and you're doing this as a reaction.
Can I give my brother an advantage on giving me an advantage with my team leader ability?
No.
Damn it! You liked it though.
Yeah, and I'll give you a hero point for that.
Okay.
You can always spend, if you want to spend hero points on this roll, you have to spend them before you roll.
Oh, this is so important. I have to get at least 4 successes, so I need 8 successes.
At least 4 successes to stop it in its track, at least 5 if you wanted to harm it, and to deal that 1 last damage to finish it off.
So
5 damage to kill.
I'll spend 15 points to get 5 successes.
Oh, you're just gonna buy the successes outright?
Yeah, but I'm still gonna roll too.
Yeah, you can buy successes after you roll, or you can buy dice before you roll.
Oh god.
So yeah, hang on, if I hover over it for a second, we got the full thing here. So 1 SP to gain an advantage must be spent before the roll. You can also spend 1 SP to get rid of the disadvantage. So you can automatically pay to remove the disadvantage, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth considering every option you have here, you know?
Or I could instantly gain 5 successes.
Instantly gain 5 successes using, 15. But that, honestly, a cheaper option would be to get rid of the thing for the disadvantage for 1 SP, then buy 4 successes. But at that point, you can buy successes after you roll. So
okay.
I would say pay to get rid of disadvantage.
I'm gonna pay to get rid of the disadvantage. That brings me down to 14, and then I'll buy 2 advantage die.
Okay, so you're gonna buy 2 dice.
So that gives me down to 12. So it still gives me 4 bot successes.
Yeah, enough to buy 4 if you get an outright failure. So now roll to see if you have to spend those points or not. That's really smart, hedging your bets on this. Like, you're looking at every possible angle to pass it. So, that's...
Oh, I burst?
Yeah. So you've already passed, but you get to reroll 1 of your dice as a burst. Go ahead and reroll this.
Another burst?
Go ahead and reroll that one, or roll that one. Okay, roll that one. You might not just pass, you might get an exploding success. Ah! It would have been so cool if you got the full exploding success.
Can I buy a success to get exploding success?
I mean, an exploding success in this case would do nothing special for you. It would have just been cool. You know, like when you get the critical success in the final hit on the boss, like you would have killed it either way, but a critical success is just fucking trouncing them, you know?
Let's go!
So you dive into the water, you go fly, you swim through into the middle of it, and you start like looking around, holding your breath, and you can see.
I don't know how to connect anything, but I do know that my only output that I have is my cannon. So I'm gonna jam my cannon into whatever looks more like a mainframe.
Yeah. Look, well, what you catch your eye the most is it has like, you notice it has these like tube-like vein-esque things filled with a red glowing fluid, and you trace them back to where they come from, and there's sort of like a pseudo heart-looking thing. Like it's, well, not a heart, it's like just basically a big old circular thing with all of the tubes connected to it, but you're like, that looks important. Slam your cannon into it, and you're sort of like, charge your particle cannon, like your instincts make it charge, and it's almost like all of the energy of the cannon wraps around the thing, and you see all the red fluid start to spark and turn orange, and like start to turn orange instead of red, and then it all of the veins burst, and you're surrounded in a red mist that all sinks and burrows into you, and you see all of the text in your that like would be like the weird alien symbols that would be appearing in your vision all starts like flicker, and they start changing to like English symbols and letters, and then you see like a bar appearing, and it starts filling up, and as it fills up, the text changes from alien text to new data found, updating for new language learned, new prerogatives learned. New operational procedures conflict with former ones. Options: ignore, accept new procedures. Ignore new procedures. Maintain old operation. Maintain host, is what the text says. And then the robot pieces around you all just basically float apart, like as if whatever was holding the robot together is gone. And then you
I grab
immediately
the biggest chunk and then take it out with me.
and like burst your way out. The biggest weird looking chunk, I'd imagine.
Yeah, whatever I can grab.
It's the head and a piece of the chest, and with like the vice written on it, you know. And you burst out of the water and like like swim over to the edge. Holy shit, your phone's waterproof? I want a waterproof phone. You hear brother say on the phone.
Have this like torso and head.
Cool, bring them back. Maybe I can do something with them.
Okay.
I'm gonna start mixing him a drink now.
I won! Oh, I think I hear military copters.
I'd get out of there if I were you.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
And,
I'm gonna take my cannon.
Mhm.
I'm gonna run to the edge of the building. I'm gonna blast angling into the ground to create like a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And then like carve a tunnel out.
And what? Dig through the tunnel to run away?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just gonna dig underground to make your escape. I love that.
Yeah, because my first thought was something weird happened in his head. So like his first thought was get to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt. And my next thought was if I go underneath the ground, they won't see me leave.
Mm-hmm. You escape. You dig through, or actually, when you dig around, you immediately enter the discordant sewers. So you can just run through the sewer system.
Oh, gross. Oh, God, there's so many condoms.
So, You continue running, and with that, we're gonna. God, I'm gonna give you here for the so many condoms comment. We're going to cut to, it's a couple days later, or like maybe a day later, and there's a news stream going on. It's like, there's like the newscaster walking through the nuclear power plant. We stand here in the aftermath of an encounter another shocking encounter here in Discordant City. Has our newest hero, the invincible Terran, faced off against a unknown android creature. Theories have run rampant, from it having been sent by aliens, to some saying it's sent from the alternate dimension that our very own American monster comes from to hunt them down, and some even saying that it was sent by the terrorist organization Sphinx. The military is yet to make a formal comment on the source of the robot, but it's said that they've gathered up the fragments of the creature for study, or of the object for study. Questions still run rampant on who this invincible Terran is, but it's good to know that there's yet another individual looking out for the good of Discordance. And like we pan out from the TV to you sitting in the back room of the bar, or no, in the main room of the bar with no one at, like, no customers there. You and your brother and your sister all sitting there, and she's like, "Look at that! You already got a spot in the news."
Oh God.
Come on, this is a good thing. Worst case, you could just stop going out after this, but you can't say it didn't feel pretty awesome.
Did feel pretty good.
And I have been working on something, your brother says. He's like fiddling with something. What do you think of this? And he holds out, he retrofitted the head of the creature into a fucking helmet. So it's like a helmet mask that you can wear under your hoodie. To hide your identity,
I look over at him, I look over at my sister, and I kind of just face first, plant my face onto the bar.
And has, you face plant, and sitting not far away is the plate that said Vice, and we move in on that metal plate and then pan over to, like, as the camera pans over in a different space where the military's working on the fragments of the creature. Or of the robot. This is incredible, the scientist says, looking at it, and the general walks over. Oh, what do you mean? I mean, the reason we lost control, those weren't nanomachines. It's not a robot. It's something else. My first theory was right. Those are cells. What do you mean? I mean silicone-based life. I think that satellite we shot down was carrying some sort of, I don't know, microorganisms from another solar system. What are you saying? Aliens? Something like that. Like an alien that blurs the line between organic and artificial life. I don't think it was a satellite. What do you mean? I mean, look at this. And he starts showing, like, under the microscope, the metal platings of the alien satellite. Those aren't atoms or molecules. Or those aren't molecules. Those are cells. We lost control because that was a living creature. That wasn't a satellite. That was an alien. So we got an invasion. And somebody, and they start looking at, like, the footage from the nuclear power plants of you fighting the creature. Somebody got some alien inside them. And that is how we're gonna end session.
Yeah.
Yay. What do you want the mask to look like? If you don't have to decide now, you can think on it.
I was kind of thinking like one of those masks from, like, God, what's that fucking Destiny? Like one of the robots from Destiny.
Alright, so sort of robotic-y looking still.
Yeah.
I'm happy with how that session went.
Yeah?
Yee.
It went pretty good. I thought we were going to start off with something a little lighter, but yeah, no, I thought that was going to...
Yeah, no, I thought it would be good to throw, like, a very strong enemy that is very heavily tied to the origin of your powers at you, So you got the AI. You got, so is, again, to sort of iterate lore stuff, the satellite was literally an alien coming to Earth to terraform it.
My name is John Carpenter, and I'm an alien from another planet. I came here to be a gardener.
But yeah, I think that went pretty good.
I liked it. I had fun.
So people who would be watching this on YouTube when it goes up, at the same time as this going up, there would be a episode of BioShock going up where we are making our way through Hephaestus, the region of Rapture where the leader of the city, Andrew Ryan, is. Other series going on the channel. If there'll be fucking end cards, you'll find something. Wilhelm, you don't have anything to plug, right?
No, I'm just a guy.
Yeah. Hopefully Wilhelm will appear in more content in general on the channel. I want to try and start recording more stuff with my friends when I can manage it. It's possible that by the time you're seeing this on YouTube, that either already has happened or will be happening soon. We'll see.
The risk game?
Oh, well, just come right out and say it, huh? We actually don't know if that's happening yet. We're still arranging for it, but it's very likely that we'll be playing a big game of Risk together.
On Monday.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, for those of you on Twitch stream. Those of you on YouTube, that stream would have already happened like fucking couple weeks, or about a week ago.
Yeah, fucking losers.
Yeah. Screw the YouTube people. No, I like all my fans. Yeah, I hope all you enjoyed it, and ta-ta.